Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talking About Balls. We are live for the 2026 NFL Draft that is underway in about 20 minutes. I am Justin George, joined as always by Kyle Price. Kyle, what is going on?
Not much, man. Figured I'd rock the old T-shirts we had made back in the day.
I like it.
So I was gonna wear a Browns jersey, but like, fuck it. Who cares?
I'm wearing a Browns top. I have Cavs shorts on, so I'm doing a little bit of everything tonight. With both teams playing. All right, well, I'm just sharing the show really quick on Facebook to get as many eyes on here as possible as we did last year. As you guys remember, we tried to go live for night one. I lost power. I don't know what the hell happened. It was like 6 p.m., lost power till like 10 o'clock, so I didn't do a show. We ended up going live on Friday night, and we did the second and third rounds. It was very cool. Had some people hop on with us. We'll be doing that again this year. If anybody wants to hop on, just let us know if we know you. You know, I kind of don't want to go rogue and risk some chat roulette type things going on in the background, so we got to be careful. But we will let some people on. Limited time. You know, don't go crazy. Don't expect to be our third co-host. We are not interested in that, but we appreciate your application. So we are going to limit it to only a couple of minutes because the draft picks used to be 10 minutes in between. Now they've cut it down to 8. May not seem like a lot, but as I told Kyle, as we did the math earlier, we're like, that's over an hour less of draft time that's going to be happening tonight just based on that change alone. So we're going to have less time in between picks. We want to break each pick down, talk about teams, things like that. So, you know, we're going to limit picks. But if your team's picking, if your team just drafted, whatever, you want to come on, give your 2 cents, give your thoughts on it, we're happy to have you and talk with you. So feel free to send us a comment and let us know you're interested in joining, and we'll shoot you the link. George is not here. George is working. He's unfortunately still on nights. So it is just Kyle and I. I'm running the board. That's why we are a little late. I needed 2-factor authentication, and George was asleep at the wheel and took us a minute to get going. So without further ado, we are going to go live, or we are live. We are going to unveil our personal mocks that we did for the 2026 draft. We do it every year. Your odds of being even remotely close to accurate is almost non-existent because of the way trades happen nowadays. I personally don't do trades in my mocks because it just makes things crazy. Like, people go wild with trades, and some of them are very unrealistic. I will preface before we start, some of the teams I do foresee trying to trade back at least. Number one, I think the Arizona Cardinals are interested in loading up on draft picks. They're interested in coming back a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if the New York Giants are interested in moving back now that they have the 10th pick from the Bengals trade that they just made last week. So I could 100% see the Cincinnati or the New York Giants being okay with not having pick number 5 because they have pick number 10. So they can afford to go back to, 20 if Dallas wanted to move up, or 13 if, I think it's 13. If the Rams want to move up to 5 or something like that. So I do think there is some value there for teams to move up. I do think the Browns are a team that would be interested in trading back. So if they do not select somebody with their number 6 overall pick, not going to surprise me one bit. However, we're doing the mock as if it is just going to stay stagnant 1 through 32. But again, don't be surprised if you see those teams trade. I've heard a lot of rumors of teams that are desperate to move up. I've heard Philly wants to move up. I've heard Dallas really, really, really wants to move up. I've heard a couple rumblings about Carolina wants to move up. So we'll see what happens. Nowadays, with the NFL not having the guaranteed contracts, it's easier for teams to trade up and get that first-round player that they're interested in, and it's not really that daunting on their cap situation in the future because they don't owe them crazy amounts of money like what happened with like Sam Bradford. I'm sorry, not Matthew. Sam Bradford back in the day, Jamarcus Russell, guys like that got these guaranteed contracts. So the NFL's changed. But without further ado, let's do our mock. I'll let you guys know I took a huge swing. Everybody and their brother, I feel like, has decided to go offensive lineman or wide receiver at 6, and then the other position at 24. I feel like that's the common denominator between every mock draft I've seen. I decided to throw a little bit of a curveball in there myself. So without further ado, let's do it. I will start off with pick number 1. Then Kyle will go with pick number 1. I have a feeling our picks are going to be the same because this is the worst kept secret in the NFL. But with the number 1 pick, the Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza, quarterback out of Indiana.
Yeah, I think that's pretty. I was reading articles like what could go crazy, like what would make the Raiders not draft him here, and they're like, oh, they could trade Jets could trade up and take him. Never happening. Mendoza, welcome to Las Vegas.
All right, pick number 2. I am going David Bailey, defensive end from Texas Tech to the New York Jets.
Sorry, my dogs in the background are going crazy because
Hey, it's Browns night. Somebody's excited for the dogs barking.
Yeah, we have a delivery going on right now, so
okay.
But no, I got David Bailey going second pick here to the Jets too. I think that's who you picked, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a good pick there. I think it makes the most sense if they go Arvell Reese. Would not surprise me, but I've just heard a lot of rumblings that David Bailey's the guy. Could be smoke, could be real, but I do think they're going with a pass rusher. It's either Arvell Reese from Ohio State or it's going to be David Bailey, but I think it is going to be one of those two. Excuse me. Sorry.
I make the bed in the morning. This is our spare bedroom. I make the bed in the morning. The dogs mess it up during the day. So this is where I'm working at home from home. I think David Bailey there is a no-brainer pick. Honestly, I mean they need the help. Yeah. And I think he's a game changer. So
they need to revamp the defense. Last year, obviously, they traded away Sauce Gardner. They traded away Quinnen Williams, one of the better defensive tackles in the NFL. So they need all the help they can get on defense. Aaron Glenn is a defensive-minded head coach. So I decided to go with a defensive pass rusher there, and I think David Bailey's the pick. So like great minds think alike. Pick number 3. Arizona could really take just about anything. They've been linked to Jeremiah Love, which doesn't make any sense because they are so far away from being even decent. They've been linked to any of the defensive players. I've seen they could take Arvell Reese if he's still there. They could take David Bailey if David Bailey falls. They could take Sonny Styles. They could take Caleb Downs. They could use everybody. They also need offensive line help. So I am having them take what many perceive to be the best offensive lineman in this draft. Francis Maui-Noa from Miami is who I have with pick number 3 to Arizona.
So I have Arizona trading here. I think they trade out of the spot. I know we're doing no picks, but I have them taking Love here if they stay here because best player available, I think. But I honestly don't think they're going to be picking from 3. I think they are making a trade. But if they don't, I think Love goes off the board here at 3.
Yeah, I know that's been a popular pick for people. I just don't see it personally for them because Arizona has nothing. They have no quarterback. They have no offensive line. Their wide receivers are pretty average. They have Trey McBride, who's okay. They have Marvin Harrison Jr. for now, who many are saying maybe a bust, even though it's early in his career. So taking a running back just doesn't make sense to me personally, just because it's your team's not ready for that. By the time you're good, he's going to be ready to go to another team. It's similar with what the Raiders did with Ashton Jeanty last year. They took Ashton Jeanty, then they went on to have a bad season. Jeanty wasn't very good because of the horrible team that they have. Now they're going to take the quarterback. Jeanty's in year 2. Maybe it works. I still don't think they're good enough talent-wise to compete. So running back is just not how you build a team. It's a short-lived position. So if you're looking for a player, if you're picking in the top 5, you want a player that's going to be on your team for 10 years at least. And running backs are just not that position. So that's why I've seen the Jeremiah Love hype. I don't know if that's their way of trying to entice a team to trade up.
My pick for this draft only is because I don't think they're picking here. But the rest of my draft, because we're not doing trades, picking him there makes sense for the rest of my picks. But I don't think I think they trade out of 3. So
that's what gave him Maui-Noa, because I kind of think the same thing. I don't think they stay there at 3. So I was like, screw it. I could take Maui-Noa off the board here. He makes sense. All right. So pick number 4. This is where I have the Tennessee Titans taking Ohio State's own Arvell Reese, the defensive end, going down there with Mike Vrabel. Hopefully Arvell Reese doesn't have a hot mom because Mike Vrabel will try to fuck her because that guy is apparently...
What the hell, man? That he went from it's laughable to now he's going to seek therapy. What the
yeah, like they've been in a full-blown relationship now. Those pictures leaked today that they were caught making out in like 2022. She had a kid. She named the kid Mike after Mike Vrabel, presumably, or allegedly, I should say. And
so we think this has been going on for years, like behind the scenes. Yeah, and
they just released. There was a private investigator that caught them making out in a bar in 2022, I think it was. So they've been doing this for quite some time. And then again, the real fucked up thing is their affair was caught before she had her child, who is like 4 years old now, and his name is Mike. She named her child Mike after she had been having an affair with Mike Vrabel, and she has a tweet that is now resurfaced from when she had this child. And she said, as I'm sitting here holding my 4-day-old child, Mike, got me wondering who are some of the best players and coaches named Mike in the NFL. And everyone's going back and commenting on it now because it's, a hot story.
Man,
but
internet never dies, man. That's
dude, it's there forever. It's nuts, dude. I don't know how it sucks because she quit her job. She's probably going to be untouchable from an employment standpoint, and then he's probably just going to do this bullshit where he's not going to draft on day 3. He's going to go to quote unquote therapy, and all will be forgiven. So it sucks for her.
I saw a tweet earlier today. It's like it's a video of somebody, like the old video, the guy running into the locker room, like high-fiving everybody, like doing a weird dance. He's like live footage of Vrabel after he fucks his therapist. After day 3.
I mean, God knows what that dude's doing behind the scenes.
My pick here, number 4, was the same as yours, Reese. I think Reese goes there at number 4 to the Titans. But I think there's a trade up, and I think in reality, I think Love goes to the Titans at number 4. In reality. So we'll see.
Okay. All right. And pick number 5, the New York Giants are on the clock. I have the New York Football Giants taking safety Caleb Downs from The Ohio State University. Jim Harbaugh has taken 3 safeties in the first round in his career, if I'm not mistaken. I read that stat. So he loves the position. Caleb Downs is considered one of the most NFL-ready prospects in a long time, especially at the safety position. So to me, this seems like a good fit.
Yeah, so just say I'm keeping track of what you pick. I've got like a spreadsheet over here, nerd, I know. But I've got my picks, I got what you're picking, and then I got what in reality. So as a pick, I'll start filling out the right side of my spreadsheet. But
okay,
surprise, same here too. I got Caleb Downs going to the Giants here at number 5 as well. Pretty no-brainer. Top 10, I think.
All right, here's where I decided to have a little bit of fun. I will explain my reasonings because I did. I posted who I was projecting, for a mock draft in the ESPN Cleveland YouTube chat today, and people were like roasting me, and they're like, "Wow, that's bold. Never gonna, dead wrong, but bold picks." And I'm like, I don't know. I got a little inside scoop on Andrew Berry's thought process, and I like it. So I decided to go with tight end Kenyon Sadiq out of Oregon. The reason I did this, he was a top 3 visit for the Browns.
Okay.
He has a very high RAS score, which is relative athletic score. Andrew Berry loves that. He is a good blocking tight end. Todd Monken uses a multiple tight end set. He did that with Baltimore, with Mark Andrews, and Isaiah Likely. And we don't have a good backup or even first-string tight end. We have Harold Fannin. Harold Fannin's a really good player. Is Harold Fannin a true number 1 tight end that you can put out there every play and block and do everything? He's not. So you need that. That's where I think Kenyon Sadiq comes into play. He fits a need for the Browns. They do need a tight end. They do need pass-catching options. So best of both worlds, in my opinion. I think that's a great value pick for the Browns. I also do expect the Browns to trade back, as I said earlier, if they can. And if they do trade back, I think Sadiq would 100% be a target for them in like the 10 to 15 range, assuming they trade back. But because I don't do trades, I put him in there at 6. So that is who I gave the Browns.
I mean, I like the reasoning. At 6, it doesn't make sense to me, but I think it's because I think they do target maybe someone like him if they trade down. But at 6, I just don't see the value there. But I see your reasoning. Me, I'm going to safe pick, like you said before, offensive tackle or wide receiver. I was back and forth on this one, but I think they go offensive tackle. I think they take Fino out of Utah at number 6 there, offensive lineman there. But I mean, it could be Tate too. Tate's pretty reasonable. It'd be a good pick for him.
Yeah, I don't know what to read. Andrew Berry had his press conference the other day, and they asked him about Carnell Tate, and I couldn't tell if this was a knock on him or if he was trying to actually be polite. But he said if football doesn't work out for him, he has a career in acrobatics. So to me, I'm reading that as he's saying he's a good athlete, but he's not a good football player. Is kind of how I took that comment. I know that's not exactly what he meant, but for me, I was like, okay, that's some writing on the wall there. And so we'll see what happens. But those, interesting picks. Again, I just tried to go outside the box. I feel like everybody in the Brothers either giving them a tight end or a wide receiver. So I was like, okay, here's a guy they brought in that it could go in this slot. In my previous mocks, I had Sadiq going 8 to New Orleans. So I do think he's worthy of a top 10 pick if a team also agrees with that. And I just think the drop-off of tight end is way farther than the drop-off of wide receiver, where if you don't take one of these guys, like no offense to these guys. I know there's a lot of Buckeye fans out there, but Carnell Tate in a normal draft is probably a pick in the 20s. But because this draft is a very weak class, he's a top 10 pick and projected.
Do you think so? I mean, in order to win that pick, if they trade back, you want 2027 first round value is what you're looking for in that trade?
Yeah, because what I've heard is Dallas wants to move up. Dallas does not want to give up pick number 20 in this year's draft, is what I've heard. So for them to go from 12 to 6, for me, would take a first round pick. So I would take their 12th, which is a given. You'd have to have at least that. And then I would want next year's 2027 first round pick from them. So that's just me.
So right now, I agree. I think they trade at 6. And I think Arizona trades at 3. So that's my early prediction so far with stuff.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think both teams move because, again, if the Browns get an extra draft pick and they go to 12, there's going to be a lot of guys there that they could probably have penciled in at 6. So I think that there's good value for them to get that extra draft pick and come away with a guy that they really like. The draft is actually getting ready to start here. It's going to be a while for the first pick, but we will still we'll rip through the picks here just to get them all documented.
Go ahead.
Pick number 7, Washington. Yep, Washington's on the clock here, and I have them taking. This is where I have Jeremiah Love coming off the board. I think teaming him up with Jaden Daniels would be great for the Washington offense, and to me, no brainer.
I got them taking Sonny Styles here, linebacker.
Okay, I could absolutely see that as well.
Yep. Number 8, New Orleans.
Number 8, the New Orleans Saints. I have them taking Jordan Tyson, wide receiver from Arizona State. I think he fits a huge need. They have nothing outside of Chris Olave, and the first wide receiver is off the board.
I got them taking a receiver here as well, but I got them taking Tate in this one that has no trades. I got them taking Tate there at number 8.
All right. Pick number 9, the Kansas City Chiefs. We are back-to-back wide receivers. I have them taking Malachi Lemon, wide receiver out of USC, to pair up in that Kansas City offense.
Good pick. I got them both defense. I got them taking Delaney out of LSU.
I thought about that, Mansour Delane. I was really close to mocking him there, but I just felt like Lemon, to me, strikes. He's a perfect Kansas City wide receiver, and I think they might do that to help Mahomes a little bit. But I could, if they took a corner, no question about it, makes total sense.
Yep.
Pick number 10, the New York Football Giants. I have them taking Spencer Fano, the offensive tackle out of Utah, to help out Jackson Dart and give him a little protection.
So I got them taking lineman too. I got them taking who you had go early, which is was it Maui? How do you say it?
Maui Noah.
Maui Noah, yes, right there.
All right. Pick number 11, the Miami Dolphins, staying very close to home. I have them taking Ruben Bain, defensive end out of Miami.
Wow, this is what happened last year with our picks. Our picks were like this. We'll get to it. I got them taking Jordan Tyson here at number 11.
Okay. I mean, Miami needs everything, so whoever they take wouldn't surprise me. I just figured the local kid, they need a defensive end because they traded Bradley Chubb, so not a bad spot for him. Pick number 12, Dallas Cowboys. This is where I have Sonny Styles coming off the board. This is who I think Dallas is going to try to trade up for today. But because I don't do trades, I let him fall to Dallas at 12. They need all the defensive help they can get, and Sonny Styles is a freak athlete.
Yeah, no, I got them defense as well, but I got them taking Bain here in that spot.
They could use him as well. Yeah, they need pretty much everything on defense. Next up, we have the pick number 13, the LA Rams. This is where I have Carnell Tate from The Ohio State University coming off the board.
I've got the Rams taking the kid out of Texas A&M, the KC,
Concepcion.
Concepcion, yeah. I have him going there.
Pick number 14, Baltimore. I gave them Vega Ione, the guard out of Penn State. He has been consensusly mocked to Baltimore, which after I've already did it, so I'm not erasing it. But after seeing that is where I went, okay, so there's no shot they're drafting him because every draft person has him pegged. And for me, that's a no-brainer. That's a kiss of death.
Yeah. So I got the Ravens taking Sadiq there, the tight end, because they love a good tight end in Baltimore.
Who doesn't? Next up, we have Tampa Bay. I have them taking Keldrick Falk, the defensive end out of Auburn.
Good pick there. I got them taking the Vega there in that pick.
Okay. I mean, that would make sense too. Tampa, that he would fit perfectly. Pick number 16, the New York Jets. This is where I have Mansour Delane going from LSU, the cornerback. They need to replace Sauce Gardner. Who better than the best corner in the 2026 draft?
Yep, I got the Jets taking defense as well, but I got them taking Falk there.
Okay. Would absolutely make sense. Next up, Detroit. I have Detroit taking Monroe Freeling, offensive tackle out of Georgia.
Same. I got them taking him there as well.
All right. Next up, I have the Minnesota Vikings taking Jermod McCoy, the corner out of Tennessee. Even with that possible lingering knee injury, I think the Vikings still like his upside, and they take a swing on the cornerback out of Tennessee.
I've got them taking the safety, Dylan, is it Thiemann?
Yep. Thieneman. All right. And
so
with the 19th overall pick, the Carolina Panthers, I have them taking Dylan Thieneman, the safety out of Oregon.
Nice. I've got them taking Caden Proctor there.
Okay. That'd be a good pick for them. Next up, Dallas Cowboys, pick number 20. I gave them Akeem Mesidor, the defensive end out of Miami.
Nice. I've got them taking defense too. I got them taking Colton Hood in that spot.
All right. Another corner out of Tennessee. Number 21, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have them taking Caden Proctor, the offensive lineman out of Alabama.
So I've got them taking Lemon in that spot.
Malachi Lemon to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next up, the LA Chargers. I have them taking Chase Basantis, the guard out of Texas A&M. They need to boost that offensive line. Justin Herbert got absolutely slaughtered last year. They need to help him out on the interior.
It's a good pick. I got him taking defense. I got him taking a quarterback. I got him taking Chris Johnson out of San Diego State.
San Diego State. Chris Johnson's a good pick there for them. The Chargers were a good team last year, but they still have a lot of holes they have to fill, so any of those picks would make perfect sense. Next up, the Philadelphia Eagles. I have them taking Blake Miller, the offensive tackle out of Clemson.
Nice. I got them taking the safety McNeil Warren out of Toledo.
Yep, good pick. Next up, I have Cleveland Browns taking Omar Cooper Jr., wide receiver out of Indiana. So I have the Browns going tight end and wide receiver, getting double weapons in the first round.
Nice. I got them taking a receiver too, but I got them taking Denzel Boston out of Washington there.
All right. I mean, they had every wide receiver in Cleveland. They met with them all, so it's all just me. Omar Cooper has really good yards after the catch. He breaks a lot of tackles. I think he might be one of the better wide receivers in this draft. I'm a big fan of him, so that's why I gave him to the Browns.
Right now, I wouldn't care, honestly. What the?
Yeah, I turned it off, if I'm being honest. I turned on the Knicks game for a little bit. I don't need to see these.
We got
next
the Bears
up
to 25.
Yep, 25th pick. The Chicago Bears take Caden McDonald, defensive tackle out of Ohio State.
Nice. I got them taking the offensive tackle Blake Miller there for the Bears.
All right, good pick for them. Next up, I have Buffalo taking Casey Concepcion, wide receiver out of Texas A&M. They need all the help they can get on the offensive line, or on the offensive side. I'm sorry for Andrew Luck. For Josh Allen. They just traded for DJ Moore. Now they get a little extra help at the wide receiver position with Concepcion.
Awesome. I got them taking defensive tackle Caden McDonald there.
Good pick. They could use that as well. Their run defense was garbage, so any help in the interior defensive line is good for them. Next up, we have San Francisco 49ers. I have them taking Denzel Boston, wide receiver out of Washington. They need all the help they can get at wide receiver.
I've got them taking Lawrence there, Malachi Lawrence.
Okay, good pick. Next up, Houston Texans select Max Ihina Anchor, however the hell you pronounce it, offensive tackle out of Arizona State.
Oh, I forgot the Houston Texans pick there. Oopsies. I put the wrong one there. Oh, no, I had him taking Dexter Lawrence there. My bad. Sorry.
Okay. Oh,
No.
No. All right. Next up, Kansas City Chiefs with the what was the Rams pick number 29. They are on the clock. I have them taking Colton Hood, the cornerback out of Tennessee.
Nice. I got them taking defensive lineman Akeem Mesidor.
Mesinor, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Out of Miami. Yep. All right, pick number 30. The Miami Dolphins are on the clock from their pick they got from the Denver Broncos. I have them taking Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, the safety out of Toledo.
Nice. And I got them taking Traden Stukes, defensive back.
All right, he's been flying up the draft boards lately. I was close to putting Stukes into my first round, but I didn't. Next up, pick number 31, New England Patriots. I have them taking a divorce lawyer for Mike Vrabel. Actually, though, I have them taking Malachi Lawrence, the defensive end out of UCF.
You froze there. What was your last pick? Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I took for pick number 31.
Yeah, for the Patriots.
Okay, I have the Patriots taking Malachi Lawrence, the defensive end out of UCF.
Okay, I got them taking the offensive tackle Max. Is it Ian Anchor from Arizona State?
Yeah, Ian Anchor, however the hell you pronounce it. Yeah, it's a nightmare name. All right. Next up, we have
last pick, I think, right?
Seattle Seahawks, pick number 32, Super Bowl champions. I have them taking Chris Johnson Jr., the cornerback out of San Diego State University.
I got them taking the other running back from Notre Dame, Price.
Okay, I've seen that mocked a lot too.
Jadarian Price. It sucks that Notre Dame lost a two-headed monster with those two, but we'll see how they are next year. They draft.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, didn't win anything with them anyway, so.
Shot it.
All right. Well, the Raiders are on the clock, so that is our mock for 2026. Again, I'm not expecting to go 32-0. I had fun with it. I took some chances. I made some picks that I know are more than likely not going to happen, but I also think that if they do take Sadiq, it'd be very funny for me to be like, I'm the only fucking person in the world that had that. And I also was selfishly drafting because I was like, what would I personally be really happy with if they did this? And if we came away with Sadiq and Omar Cooper or one of the better wide receivers at pick number 24, I'm very happy with this draft. The one huge misconception for me, and I want your thoughts as well. Why do people think offensive line is such a dire need for the Browns right now after they spent draft picks and and cap space bringing in 4 brand new offensive linemen on that offensive line? We have a new right tackle, we have a new right guard, we have a new center, we have a new left guard, and DeJuan Jones is in the best shape of his life. He's returning to be our left tackle. I know he has injury history, but you can't run your organization being afraid of an injury. And what I mean by that is you can't be like, all right, DeJuan Jones has gotten hurt a couple years in a row, so I have to draft a new guy on the chance that he gets hurt. Because then what if you draft him and he never gets hurt and DeJuan Jones plays great? I know it's wishful thinking, but being realistic, if you do that, you're kind of fucked. You handcuffed yourself. So with that said, I don't understand the urgency, especially this year, this draft class. It's mostly right tackles and guards, positions the Browns don't need. So I don't really see the point in drafting one of them because that early, don't get me wrong, day 2, day 3, load up with some offensive linemen because you're going to need some bodies in your room. But I just don't get the hype with everybody thinking they need to draft a right tackle tonight or they need to draft, a tackle in general. It's like, I don't know. They're not that bad.
It's not just the Cleveland thing, though, right? I mean, nationally, everyone thinks that the Browns are taking offensive tackle there too. And
that's what I don't get. They traded for Titus Howard from the Texans, so they have the right tackle. They have multiple Jenkins in the interior. They have Elgin Jenkins at center. They have Tevin Jenkins at right guard. They signed Zion Johnson from the Chargers for the left guard position. And then left tackle is going to be DeJuan Jones. He's healthy. Again, he's in the best shape of his life. He will be, at least as of right now, he is the number 1 left tackle on the depth chart.
I think it's one of those things, too, where we saw the injuries took place a lot last year.
Oh, for sure.
We had zero depth, and I mean, we had some depth, but we burnt through that depth pretty quickly last year.
And that's why I think, day 2, day 3, if you take some linemen to be your depth, that makes total sense. But a top 10 pick on a swing tackle to sit on the bench, possibly.
Yeah.
All right, here's the first pick. Roger Goodell is about to make it. I think, again, we know what it's going to be.
I don't know. This could be a shock. I don't know.
Yeah, this one, I don't really have a good feeling. I don't know. And there it is, the worst kept secret, Fernando Mendoza. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the comments. My screen kind of froze up. What's up, Adam? Sorry if you're still there. My apologies. I just saw your comment now.
He was ignoring you. Don't let him lie to you.
Oh, John Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, whatever. It's all the same to me. All right. So we do have shout out to George. George got us all ready here. Obviously, it already happened, but the pick is in. The Raiders were on the clock, and they selected Fernando Mendoza. As again, everybody saw that one coming.
Shocker.
Yeah. All right, now I'm turning on my second TV for the Cavs game. Give me a second.
Oh, you're right. So they get 6 minutes per pick now, or 8 minutes? You said 8 minutes?
Yep. Yeah, it was 15 minutes like 20 years ago. Then they cut it down to 10 minutes, and now this year they cut it down to 8. Vegas. All right, so they get their quarterback. It is Fernando Mendoza. How do you think he is going to do out in Vegas? A nice, wholesome, religious boy going out to Sin City.
I don't know, man. I mean, I want to think he's going to be good. Obviously, you were high on him for a very long time. He's got the skill set, right? I don't know if he's going to be great his first year, but that whole team, people go there to die, and sometimes literally.
Yeah, my issue with him is I think he's really good, but I also think he needs a really good organization around him, and I don't know if the Raiders are that organization. I understand he's so good, he had to be the number 1 overall pick, so he had to be taken by a bad team. No, good teams don't get the number 1 overall pick, but I don't know if the Raiders are the good organization to turn him into a solid pro, and because they just have such a bad track record. The Raiders, and I'm not, as a Browns fan, I would know, the Raiders have been one of the worst organizations in football for quite some time. They had a little bit of a run back in the early 2000s with Gruden, and since then they've been pretty much consistently bad and constantly firing coaches and having different dramas and things like that. Like you had the Max Crosby situation where they tried to trade him, and then the Ravens decided to deny the trade because of it. They didn't like his physicals. So then he goes back to the Raiders. So there could be a little animosity there in the organization. Just a lot of weird stuff. And
are we surprised the Jets don't have a pick in yet?
No, they're probably they're taking every phone call they can before it's the last chance to be blown away. I feel like that's going to happen a lot in this draft because, again, I personally, I believe this is one of the weakest draft classes in recent years. Like, it's bad, in my opinion. I've followed a lot of drafts in my day, and this one's really bad. There are very good players, but I wouldn't consider a David Bailey a franchise-altering. He's not like Myles Garrett. He's a good defensive end. Is he like a future Hall of Famer? Probably not, to be honest, just based on scouting from any of these guys, truth be told. So, yeah, I could see the Jets sitting there going, hey, you know what? We know who we want. We're going to take Bailey. We're going to take Reese, whomever it is. But we're going to wait to the last second because somebody might call and say, you know what? Fuck it. We'll give you next year's first and, XYZ will throw in a player, whatever. So the Jets might be able to go, yeah, we'll listen to anything. All right, well, it looks like they decided to hang up on any trade offers because the pick is in.
I gotta stay on. I gotta take my Twitter notifications away because it already told me who they picked.
Yeah, no, I'm staying off social media. I know that it's all going to be leaked. I want to watch it live on the TV, so I'm staying off Twitter 100%. So the pick is in for the New York Jets. Again, for me, defensive lineman is just the pick here. It has to be. And it's just a matter of, do they like Arvell Reese more or do they like David Bailey? I have heard David Bailey linked to them forever. knowing that Fernando Mendoza was going to be the number 1 overall pick, the Jets probably already informed whoever they were going to take earlier today. That happens a lot because David Bailey actually tweeted or posted an Instagram story, and it had a picture of all 32 teams on it except for one. Their logo was purposely missing, and that was the Jets. And all it said was, "Let's fucking go," or something like that. So a lot of people are saying he's going to be a Jet. All right, there's Goodell on the stage.
Boo.
David Bailey. Knew it. That was the best or worst secret. My buddy Mike is a diehard Jets fan, and he wanted Arvell Reese, so he's probably not too happy. I was texting him all day, and I said, are you fired up for Bailey? He said, pick's already in. It's Reese. So he wanted Arvell Reese, and the Jets decided to go with David Bailey.
Whoopsies. It's a good pick, though, honestly. I mean, that's a good pick for them.
But, however, I am going to talk to my friends and talk a bunch of shit and text them all and tell them that's a bad pick. Just because that's what I do. All right. So the Jets go David Bailey. I am 2 for 2. So is Kyle. We are off to a good start. Our best start in ages.
It's true. Arizona, let's come on. Prove me right. Let's trade out of this. You know you want to.
Yeah, so the Arizona Cardinals are now on the clock. Technically, they're not showing it out. David Bailey needs to come out and do his thing. He's got to dap up the commish, give him a hug, take his pictures, all that shit. They show it all. So, yeah, my Jets friends, I know my one buddy instantly said that he wanted Arvell Reese to be their pick, and then my other buddy, who's a Jets fan, just texted and said, not a fan, ugh. So, not great in New York.
Really? I don't understand. I think he's a hell of a player.
Yeah, I mean, I also think, though, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Jets just switched to a 3-4 defense this year. And David Bailey is, in my opinion, I think he's better suited for a 4-3 defensive end. I think asking him to go to play in a 3-4 is a little – it's not his style for the pros. He's a little undersized. Similar to, there's a lot of people out there that are saying, Myles Garrett to the Cowboys, blah, blah, blah. Cowboys just switched to a 3-4. Myles Garrett, I don't think, would be a good defensive end in a 3-4. He likes to play wide. So some things like that, people kind of don't take into consideration when they do mock trades and things like that. Players have to fit. You have to fit a scheme. And similar to what I was saying a minute ago about Fernando Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza, I think, is a very good quarterback, but going to the Raiders where they, depending on what they do today and this weekend, their offense stinks. They have Brock Bowers, who's a good tight end. They've got Ashton Genty, who's a good running back, and that's it. They have no wide receivers. The wide receivers suck. Their offensive line stinks. So Mendoza is going to have to do a lot of supermanning, if you will. And it's really up to the Raiders to put the perfect pieces around him. They need to get him good offensive linemen. They need to get him good weapons. And they need to build a good defense if they want to be successful because he can't do everything himself. And if they don't do that, if they stay in their typical Raiders fashion of blowing draft picks and, drafting guys that go to jail and just doing all these fucking terrible things, he's not going to have a good career there. And I don't think that's a knock on Fernando Mendoza. I think it has more to do with the organization they go to. And the number one person you can look at in that situation is Sam Darnold. Yeah. Sam Darnold went to the Jets. Darnold was a bum. Darnold had to go kind of find himself. He went to Carolina, went to San Francisco, spent a little time there, went to Minnesota, had his best year as a pro. Then he goes to Seattle, has another great year, and wins the Super Bowl. So it really is about what's built around you. And what did he have in Seattle? He had a great running game. They invested in the offensive line. They have great wide receivers, especially Jackson Smith and Jigba, and their defense was the best in football. So when you put all those pieces around a player, as long as that player is not screwing up, which Darnold didn't screw up, then you have a really good shot at being successful. And that's exactly what happened with the Seattle Seahawks.
So forever on this pick. It tells me they're trading.
Again, I think they're trying to trade. That's why they are frantically making phone calls. They're listening to every offer. I gotta send that to my buddy. Sorry, my buddy's turning. He did a 180 on Bailey now that he's actually a Jet.
Like he likes him now?
Well, he always pretends to love every player that the Jets have ever taken. So,
wait, that's a true fan. The pick is in. Oh, they're not trading.
All right, the pick is in. Arizona is going to stay. All right, the pick is in for Arizona. I am curious to see. This is where Kyle and I had our first difference in picks. I had them taking Maui Noah, the offensive lineman, but again, if they take Arvell Reese here, it makes perfect sense. If they take Sonny Styles, it makes perfect sense. If they take Jeremiah Love, kind of makes sense. But we'll see.
That's not first.
If at any time, Kyle, obviously, if you ever have to go to the bathroom or you want to go grab a drink or whatever, just let me know, and vice versa. If I need you to fill in a couple minutes, and then if you do have to like hop off for good or whatever, just let me know. No problem.
No, I'm just hanging out for now. I'm good.
I made sure to take a leak. I took a shower and a piss right before we started to make sure I'm pretty good for a while. But I asked Tara to grab me some Busch Light, and she got me the 16 ounces because they were. She's like, they're the same price as regular 12 packs. So she's like, I figured you'd appreciate more beer. I'm like, well, yeah, who wouldn't? So
what a good wife you have.
Always thinking about me. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Arizona Cardinals. Goodell is making the pick. There it is. Okay, Jeremiah Love.
Love, 3 for 3.
Interesting pick. He's a good player. It's just a bad pick for Arizona. That's not a good fit. They are a bad team. They have Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. They are possibly trading Marvin Harrison Jr. this offseason. Their offensive line isn't very good. Their defense isn't very good. They are just not a good team. So taking a running back is just such a head scratcher.
Interesting.
Man,
I for sure thought for sure they were trading that pick.
I almost feel like they wanted to and they panicked. That's why they took Jeremiah Love. Again, it's just a running back shelf life is so short, and they're so far away from being good. They have nothing. They're a horrible team going through a full rebuild, and their first major piece of said rebuild with a new coach. They just fired Jonathan Gannon, and their first big move is a running back who you hope can give you 5 years, 5 good years. I know 5 years seems like a long time, but in football years, it's not that long because then you now need to get your quarterback, to develop your quarterback. So you're a couple years away.
George is alive. Nice to see
George, there he is. Yeah, I saw this rumored a lot, George, but I thought it was fake. I thought it was their way of trying to boost some trade stock for anybody that wanted Jeremiah Love. I didn't think they would actually take him.
My dogs are co-host today.
Say again.
So my dogs are co-hosting today.
Hey, it's tonight we're all about the Browns, so that makes sense. Who let the dogs out?
The dogs. Yep, exactly.
That's it. Man, interesting pick there. I just don't get it. Good player. I just don't get it.
So that bet that got recalculated for me, where I hit that big. I had a big night last night with those bets. All getting stashed away for tattoo money.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the kind of shit that you get that extra, and you're just like, all right, what? Your first thought is like, what am I spending this on? Because now this is just play money.
I got a drawer that when I have extra cash, I shove it in there. But that money is earmarked for finishing.
Yeah, it's going right into an account, just purposely to be spent on something fun. It's just house money. I love playing with house money.
My tattoo finally stopped
bleeding, basically.
It stopped shedding or peeling, so it's good right now. Still a little rough. I still could feel lines bumped up a little bit, but
yeah, that's natural. You'll feel that for a while.
can't. My
vacation.
Vacation plan.
Say again.
She said my vacation. We already got the vacation planned, so it's okay.
Yeah, now it's just getting the funds to go towards it, and now you can add on some excursions or whatever. You can do whatever you can have a little extra fun.
Don't give her ideas.
You're married. She knows if you won that money, it's going to her.
Oh, Raptors coming out swinging early, huh?
Yeah, they're up by 4. I got it on the second TV here. They're trying.
Pick is in. Titans. I have them taking Reese here.
I had them taking Arvell Reese as well. Yes. I personally hate these interviews. It's the same questions every time, and it's the same answers every time. Like, just irrelevant. All right, well, we're at pick 4, and we have yet to have a trade. So that makes me really happy for the Browns because that means now there's more teams at 1 up. And because no one's made a trade yet. So if you're a person that really wants the Browns to trade, which I am, that's my step 1 is trade. Or plan A, I should say, is to trade out. I would love that.
I heard you mention Myles Garrett being traded. Is that a rumor? Do you think he could potentially get traded during the draft?
No, I wouldn't expect it during the draft. I just know there's been a lot of talk about it. I think if he gets traded, the way they redid his contract makes him easier to trade after June 1st, if I'm not mistaken. So if they do trade him, it will be later, which is good for the Browns because if they do want draft picks for 2027, waiting until after the 2026 draft is smart because then now all your picks are just going to be for the future in what is presumably a better draft. So I don't know if they're going to trade him. I do kind of feel like they are, just because they he set the record. He set the NFL record for sacks. He did as much as he could with the Cleveland Browns. I think it is safe to say he's probably never going to see a Super Bowl here, and he's not getting any younger, and he wants to compete for a championship. So if the Browns are smart, trade him now while his value is at nearly an all-time high.
Very excited for this pick.
Yeah.
So is every boardroom on the first day, and you're like, "Fuck, we made a mistake."
It's the same. They always show that clip, and then when the player turns out to be a bust, nobody goes back to. Well, in Cleveland they do. They love showing Stefanski and Barry last year when they were taking quarterbacks, and everyone's trying to critique their faces, and they're like, "Oh, look at the face he made here. He hated it." All right, the pick is in. Goodell is hitting the stage. He is almost to the microphone, and he is going to announce the 4th overall pick for the Tennessee Titans. Here we go. Wow, Carnell Tate. I did not see that coming. Wow.
Did not see that going there. Interesting. So they got Tate, Wandale Robinson, Ridley. That's an interesting wide receiver room.
Yeah, that one blows me away. I'm not gonna lie. That one I'm stunned. I get it. You have Cam Ward, so you want to give him as many weapons as possible. So I do get that thought process, but I don't know.
So the Browns, their number 1 receivers off the board. Make a trade here then.
I mean, personally, I think the Browns had Jordan Tyson as their number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah.
So he's still sitting there for him. This is just really high for Tate. That's nuts to me. Damn. That is crazy.
I mean, good for him.
God damn, that's horrible.
That is an interesting pick.
I hate to say it, but a lot of times, the Browns are no strangers to this, so I'm not trying to sound like the Browns are a superior team, but this is why bad teams stay bad, because they make these weird picks that you go, what the fuck are they thinking? And then in 5 years, we're going to look back and go, oh, God, remember they took Carnell Tate 4th? And then everyone can look back and laugh at it. But I mean, more power to him. He's a Buckeye. You know me. I don't really care about colleges. When a player goes to the NFL, I don't give a shit. But, wish him the best. Hope he has a good career. Just an interesting pick. That's a head scratcher. 2 picks in a row, big head scratchers. But for me personally, as guys that I didn't want the Browns to draft, I don't care. We didn't need Jeremiah Love, so he was irrelevant. And Carnell Tate, I think, is a good wide receiver, but do I think he's a true number one? I don't. And we need a true number one. So for me, my thought process with Tate has always been Carnell Tate in any other draft would 99% of the time, he would probably be a pick in the 20s. He's a good wide receiver, but he's not a top 10, franchise changing, let alone a top 5. That's just crazy to me. Okay. Interesting.
Giants pick is in. I've got them taking Downs here.
Yep, as do I.
Reese is now on the board too, where I thought Reese would be gone. So let's see what happens.
Just taking Abdul Carter last year, I could see them not taking another defensive end, but they did just trade Dexter Lawrence. So defensive line is still an issue to fill, but again, I think defense is a big thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they go with an offensive player here to help Jackson Dart if Harbaugh is.
You don't think they take Downs here?
I mean, they could, but they were a team that I saw that could take defense, which is pretty vague, I know. But on offense, I could see them taking an offensive player as well. No question about it. Whether it's an offensive lineman, Jeremiah Love would have made sense had he been available, or a wide receiver would make perfect sense because their wide receiver room sucks. They basically have Malik Neighbors and nothing else, so they need to get something to help out Jackson Dart. Again, offensive lineman would be helpful, but Downs would make a ton of sense as well. All right. Wait. Browns traded.
Yeah, I see that with the Chiefs.
The Chiefs were picking 9th, so I'm assuming we got that. The Chiefs also had pick number 29 from the Rams, so I'm assuming we got that too. Curious to see what we get.
Interesting. Well, we knew they were trading.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay off social media to avoid spoilers, but at the same time, I do want to see the trade package if it's available. Browns trade. Okay, so we get 974 and 148. 974 and 148, I think it was. Yeah.
And 148?
Yep. Ugh, don't love it. Not enough. That's not a whole lot to me. Curious to see who Kansas City would trade up for, though. Again, I do think they want a wide receiver, and I do think they were worried about Washington and New Orleans and Cleveland, for that matter, taking a wide receiver. So them jumping those two teams, to me, screams that there's a player that they were all looking to take.
Yeah, but we didn't get anything loaded for next year. That's horrible.
No, I mean 74. That's it. So we got an extra second-round pick. Actually, not even. That's a third-round pick. I'm sorry.
So we got a first, a third, and what, a fifth?
Yeah, I believe so.
Ugh.
Well, not quite a fifth. I think it would be a fourth still. I don't know. I'm not thrilled by it.
Unless they package that third and fourth and move back up higher.
All right, what do we got? We got a comment. Barry doing Barry things. I mean, I don't know. I don't love it. I don't like the return. I mean, you only move 3 spots. So it's not that big of a deal. But I just thought you could get something better.
Take a cornerback? Are they moving up to take a linebacker?
I mean, I could 100% see them taking Arvell Reese, depending on who the Giants take. The Chiefs need a defensive end, so them taking Reese would make perfect sense because he's still available. So he would be a good pick for them, and he's a guy that I could easily see Washington would have taken. New Orleans would have taken, because as of right now, Cam Jordan is a free agent, so they need defensive end help. So we'll see. So right now, the Browns currently have picks number 9, 24, 74, and 148. 24 they've had, but the other picks are new that they just acquired today. Ooh, I'm hearing who they might have taken. So I won't spoil it, but it makes sense if it's true. So let's see who the Giants take here. The pick is in. Not Schefter. Roger Goodell is coming to the stage.
The Giants? Yeah.
I'm sticking with Caleb Downs. Why was Goodell holding that lady's hand? Is he the new Mike Vrabel? Very unprofessional. Not who I hear, Robert.
One of the NFL Salute to Service partners. We are honored to recognize the surviving family of United States Army Major Paul C.
Okay, Roger. Make-A-Wish is over.
I'm not gonna lie. As a person that's gone to 100 of these drafts, when they come out with all this stuff, I hate it. I'm just there for football. Like, just make the picks and move on. No disrespect, but I don't need them to bring out like 100 servicemen and make everybody stand up and do the fucking national anthem, and everyone has to like stand, and then they bring out all these veterans and all these people and like families, and it's like, dude, it's too much. Like, just make the picks. You guys start to fall really far behind. The Giants made their pick 20 minutes ago. They haven't announced it. The Browns have traded their pick. Kansas City supposedly already made their selection, and we're not even close to showing it on the TV yet.
This is why this shit takes forever. Yeah, they might have shortened the picks, but like this bullshit drags it out.
Arvell Reese to the Giants. Okay, so there he is. Okay, so that's... I knew they'd go defense. I just didn't know if they would go edge because of taking Abdul Carter, but that's a really good combination for them.
Whoa, calm down, Blondie.
The quarterback for the New York Giants. I know Dexter Lawrence is no longer there, but when you already have Burns and Abdul Carter, Thibodeau's still there at the moment, and these guys are.
Dude, I just comment how horrible Mikal Bridges is for the Knicks. I just can't believe I still bet him like 0 points in this playoff game. 0.
All right. Well, since we're so far behind, you want me to tell you who I'm hearing the Chiefs traded up for?
Who's that?
I'm hearing they're taking Mansour Delane, the cornerback out of LSU. The Chiefs traded up to take a corner because they did trade their corner to I forgot which one. Was it McDuffie? They traded him to the Rams for their first round pick. So the Chiefs do have a huge hole at corner, and the rumor is they're taking Mansour Delane here at 6, which I feel like he would have been there at 9, personally.
Yeah, I don't understand the move. Like, I don't think anybody was taking him.
No, I think he would have made it, but...
I had them taking Delane, so I guess I get it right here, but I had them taking Delane at 9.
Well, yeah, they traded up for him, apparently. That's what I'm hearing. I'm staying off Twitter and all that. This is just from my group text. I happened to open it, and because they're typically not really spoiling anything. But my uncle just he said, wow, the Browns got a steal. They traded all that for Mansour Delane. And I was like, whoa, okay. Robert is claiming Jordan Tyson to the Browns. We shall see. He's my favorite wide receiver in the draft. I just don't like that he can't stay healthy. Taking him at 9, I can live with it. But then I become worried about 24 because the pick number 24 is where there should be. Should is the key word. There should be a pretty good amount of wide receivers available there. So that's why, again, just my gut, I would take Kenyon Sadiq if I'm the Cleveland Browns at 9. Trading back makes it an even easier selection. You get your good pass catching, athletic, blocking tight end. You don't have one of those on your roster. You let David Njoku go. Harold Fannon's really good, but he's not a blocking tight end. Todd Monken runs a multiple tight end set. He did it a lot in Baltimore. He has good rapport. He helped create Brock Bowers when Brock Bowers was at Georgia. Sadiq had a really high RAS, relative athletic score, which is something Andrew Berry really likes. So Sadiq for the Browns makes perfect sense. And then you wait for 24 to get a wide receiver. So we'll see. Yeah, he's very fast, very athletic, very fast. He's what we wanted David Njoku to be. All right. I can get rid of this. The pick is in, even though technically all the picks are in, but we do have a pick from Kansas City. Kansas City's making their selection again. All right, now that it's up on the screen, I'll put up the little graphic there. Never-ending drama with the Browns.
I don't know, man. I still don't like that pick. I don't think – I think it's a stupid trade for the Chiefs because there's no reason why you should have moved up 3 spots for that guy. But I don't like what we got in return. But still, I guess it's better than nothing. I mean, I guess in return, I think the Browns got the better of that by getting the picks they did for 2 moves or 3 moves in the draft.
All right. Here it comes. Roger Goodell is coming out to the stage to possibly announce they might trade 24.
The Browns get the better part of that trade, getting what they got for that.
100% for a guy that the Browns were never going to take.
Yeah. But I think they take those 2 picks and they trade up more. I think they trade up and package them for something.
Yeah, here it is, Mansour Delane. They did trade up for the corner.
Jesus. Horrible, man. He already knew. He wore the colors. Well,
yeah.
He ran it through the wash, but it's close enough.
Yeah, this is something you might want to get used to. In 2022, the Chiefs selected 5 defensive backs when they had some holes to fill. This was clearly the time.
Washington on the clock.
Because there's some uncertainty about Jamal McCoy's knee. I think because of that, they felt the need that they needed to get him. And when you look at why they made the trade,
All right, Mansour Delane, the top corner off the board, number 6 overall. I had him falling to 16, although top 10 100% would have made sense. Roberts reporting the Commanders taking Styles. I think Roberts just going to keep saying Sonny Styles until he finally gets drafted. I feel like it's a safe bet. If you just keep projecting it to be Sonny Styles, he's going to go eventually, so you can just keep doing it.
I had the Commanders taking Styles here in my draft board.
Styles would make a ton of sense for them. They have multiple holes. Yeah, the Commanders could use a little bit of anything. The Commanders could take a wide receiver. They did have, obviously they have Scary Terry, who's not getting any younger. They just gave that big contract to, and he had a down year. They had Deebo Samuel, who I think is a free agent right now, but he didn't live up to the hype. The wide receivers aren't very good, and you have young Jaden Daniel, who couldn't stay healthy last year because he does a little too much. So that's why I thought Jeremiah Love would be a good pick for them, because that would kind of take some pressure off of him, and that's less the ball in his hands a lot less. So interesting to see what they take here. I have them. I'm gonna go with wide receiver for them. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Sorry.
Whoa, Chipper, calm down. Turn on your light there.
There it is. I was trying to change the contrast and I accidentally turned it off.
The Chipper filter, from the closet filter.
Yeah, that was the candlelight filter. I turned it on for a second.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Chiefs are stupid there, but I'll take it.
No, I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe they heard some rumblings that there was a team that was trying to get ahead of them to take Delane. Because, again, if the Browns weren't going to take him, the Commanders could have taken him. They could use corner help. The Saints, I think, could have taken him. I'd have to double check their team needs, but I believe corner is a position of need. And then on top of that, there could have been other teams wanting to jump ahead to get him. So, makes sense. And to be honest, I don't think the Chiefs really gave up much. Giving up a 3rd-round pick and a 4th-round pick, whatever it is, or 5th-round pick, whatever they are, really not that much. In the grand scheme, and again, in my opinion, this is a very weak class. So they're giving up picks that probably aren't even going to be very good players.
Yep.
Cavs are falling apart.
They're down by 10.
Oh, okay. Wow, we're lucky they called that foul. It's 8 right now, and then Evan Mobley just went for a dunk and missed it, and I was like, yeah, Robert, I'm going to be pretty upset. Honestly, again, I just don't understand the infatuation with everybody in an offensive lineman. As it stands today, they have actively brought in 4 brand new starters. So right tackle is filled. This draft is full of right tackles. They traded for Titus Howard, who is a right tackle. They have a right guard in Tevin Jenkins. They have a center in Eldon Jenkins. They have a left guard in Zion Johnson. They have a left tackle in DeJuan Jones. They don't need an offensive lineman in the first top 10 or even first round, in my opinion, because you can only put 5 on the field. So you're going to draft a guy to just sit there in hopes that somebody gets injured? I don't understand it, and it doesn't seem very analytical for a guy like Andrew Berry. I'm with you, Robert. They need offense. There's no question about it. They've done nothing to the offensive room in the offseason aside from offensive line. They've brought in no running backs. They brought in Tylan Wallace to be a kick returner. He doesn't even really count. He is a wide receiver technically, but they need him. So the pick is in. The Commanders selection.
Oh, they're showing gold jacket guys. I don't fucking care. Move on.
Yeah, Jerome Bettis, and I know it's not, but it looks like Hines Ward. But yeah, just boo him. Yeah, Monken's offensive-minded, and again, we have all the linemen we need. We need weapons. So we have Jerry Jeudy and nothing, essentially. Cedric Tillman is expendable. Jamari Thrash is expendable. We have no wide receivers on this roster that are not expendable. Same thing with tight end. You have Harold Fannin, and then you've got junk. So any of those, tight end or wide receiver, makes the most sense. There it is, Sonny Styles. You got it, Robert. OHIO. I feel like Dallas would have really wanted him, so I'm kind of shocked Dallas didn't make a good offer to get to 6 to get him, but apparently they couldn't beat the Chiefs offer, which wasn't really that much, so they must not have wanted him that badly.
I think the Saints take our boy here, because they were probably gonna go receiver in this first pick here, but with Tate,
which one do you think, Tyson?
Yeah, with Tate off the board, I mean, I think they go Tyson next best, or maybe in your opinion, he was the best.
I'm thinking Tyson here I think he's the best wide receiver in the class. He just can't stay healthy. I think he's really talented. He can go up and get any ball.
Which, if that's the case and he goes off the board, then I think Sadiq potentially there if they want to keep offensive mind, or they go Downs. I don't know. I mean, if we want, I don't know.
Well, the thing with Downs, and here's a little, I know a lot of people love fun facts. I don't want any spoilers in the comments, by the way, people. So
yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers from anybody, but a little fun fact for everybody that I was saving for the show that I learned this week is, obviously, teams have their top 30 visits. You're allowed 30 visits with prospects. And Andrew Berry drafts at the highest percentage of any NFL GM for top 30 players that they had interviews with. And Andrew Berry takes them at a 72% rate. For instance, last year, some of the guys that they met with exclusively were Mason Graham, Harold Fannin Jr., Quinshon Judkins, Shedeur Sanders. They met with all of those guys, drafted all of them. Again, 72% of the players that Andrew Berry takes were guys he had pre-draft visits with. To my knowledge, Caleb Downs was never a part of that. The Browns did not meet with him. They never set up private interviews, nothing, so he was never on their board. Same thing with Francis Maui-Noah. I saw Francis Maui-Noah was never a guy by the Browns. Same with Spencer Fanu. Those guys were not brought in. They were talked to at the Combine, which is what it is, but they were never part of the top 30 visits. So to me, that's that crosses those guys off the list because at 72%, that says something. Why are they having Steelers pose with an Ohio State guy going to Washington? What the fuck are they doing, NFL? What are you doing?
Well, you got to roll out everybody in Pittsburgh. You know, it's a famed football town, man.
Ugh, hate them.
Robert, better not be giving us spoilers here. If you got inside information on Twitter, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, we don't want any spoilers. I did see that too, though, Robert, but I didn't want to say anything. But yeah, that's what my group text. The guys already said that as well. So it looks like they're going to have to wake up Jalen Tyson on the Cavaliers and let him know that his brother might be going to Nolans.
I'm guessing. You better go guess some lottery numbers then.
We all. All right, how are the Cavs doing? Let's see. 33-37. Cavs cut it down to 4. And Evan Mobley with a big block.
Nothing to be afraid of.
I'll give you guys live play-by-play. Evan Mobley with a huge block. Donovan Mitchell has the ball. Cavs down 4. Passes it out. Tipped. James Harden at the half court. Dishes it off to Tyson. Tyson kicks it out to Mobley. Mobley swings. Mobley pushes it back at the Tyson. Corner 3 by Tyson. The bottom. Cavs down by 1. 37-36. 7:54 to go in the second quarter. All right, I'm done with play-by-play. I don't get paid enough. Hello, Jess.
So we're 2 picks behind. The Saints and the Browns picks are in. The Giants are about a minute already on the clock, and the Dolphins first with 2 picks in this draft.
Of course, the pick is in, and it's going to a fucking commercial. Come on, ESPN. Robert got kicked out of Topgolf today. That's honestly not surprised. I don't even know what you did, but not surprising.
Soldiers protect each other. A century later, we're still serving the military and their families. Not just because it's the right thing to do. It's in our DNA. Those values
I really just need Bridges to score 9 points, and this motherfucker has 0 points with
those are the things
2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Like, I don't understand what's going on.
USA.
I think I may have just seen who the Browns take. I'm not happy that I saw a spoiler.
Oh, no. Is it an offensive lineman? Oh, God.
Whether you're a pro or just like doing things yourself, you've got the quality tools and savings to start your new year off right.
Well, if that's the case, can we just pack it up early then? Because the Browns clearly doing Brown shit.
Confidence isn't given. It's built. One choice, one moment, one step at a time.
Nope, Robert. Nope.
It starts with a click. Invisalign.
Nope, not Proctor either.
Oh, I just saw a spoiler too. God Christ.
All right, we'll just say it. Browns fans, I'm seeing Spencer Fano is the Cleveland Browns' number 9 overall pick.
I picked him at 6, but
That's a horrible pick in my opinion. Just doesn't make any sense. He is okay. Whatever. This is just all right. I kind of had a little bit of hope for the Browns, and now I'm just back to all right. They're all getting fired. Andrew Berry's out of here. This is a fucking terrible pick if that's who they're taking here.
Dreaming of this moment your whole life.
It's all happening right here on Good Morning Football.
If that's accurate, that's just what I saw in the text. Not verified from anything, but I think it's true, and that's a bummer.
What's victory sound like? 1, 2, 3.
Jared Allen got popped in the face. He's bleeding. Cavs are down by 2. He's currently getting his nose worked on.
nice.
Cars can come in all shapes and sizes. Rental cars.
Oh, no, Barry's got it.
Oh, I did have
Barry's got
Jared
him.
Allen.
Barry's got a-
Never mind.
Barry needs to get his shit together ASAP, or he's out of here too. He's not long for this anymore.
Pick it up exactly where you want.
He should have been fired last year, but
Here, never.
I digress.
No one wants to be
Oh, what a horrible pick! That ruined my fucking night. I mean, like, who the hell is going to score touchdowns? Jerry Jeudy is still our number one wide receiver right now, everybody. They have done nothing to address the offense. Nothing. Our quarterbacks are garbage. Our wide receivers are garbage. Our tight ends outside of Fannin, garbage. We have fucking nothing. And now we have just a plethora of offensive linemen.
"20 hours later, I think we've known this pick forever." What are they doing? Wow, I'm kind of disheartened, man. That's the case.
Yep, it's confirmed. It's Spencer Fano.
Wow. Wow.
Last year, and I think they want to give him a weapon to play with. Really, when you look at their receiving core, really Chris Olave, they need some more firepower, and that's what they get with Jordan Tyson, someone who, when you look at his quickness, his ability to get in and out of breaks, he's got the most juice. You're not necessarily going to run the fastest 40, but he's just got so much twitch. You see it. You can see him get inside, outside. He's real sudden in his routes. Look how quick he's able to get up to top speed and then track the ball really naturally over the shoulder down the field for a home run. How about the ability to just hover in the air, just floating in the air against Baylor in this game? Had to rewatch that about 5 or 6 times, and then again, once the ball goes up, he's able to snatch it under the way down in the red zone. The conversation has been not about his ability, it's been about his durability. He's just had injuries each and every year. So if the Saints can keep him out there and keep him healthy.
Oh, dude, that's a bummer. That's a huge bummer as a Browns fan. That just sucks. Ugh. And okay, so let's say hypothetically that they don't trust DeJuan Jones to be the starting left tackle. Okay, so you just took a guy who isn't very good to be your starting left tackle, which is the most important position on the offensive line. You just took a guy who's not even a true left tackle, like wasn't even a general like consensus as a top player at any position, and you use a top 10 draft pick on him. Again, for a team that has Jerry Jeudy as wide receiver 1, for a team that has Harold Fannin, our running backs aren't even that great. You have Quinshon Judkins, and that's it. We have nothing on offense. Shedeur Sanders sucks. Dylan Gabriel sucks. Deshaun Watson sucks. We have no quarterbacks, no wide receivers, no fucking weapons, and they take a tackle. In a class that's full of shitty tackles, they take one top 10. Just a horrible pick. Horrible pick.
Yep. Well, my optimism's kind of shot now. This is depressing.
To me, you have a fair criticism to say there's times where he's not physical, but when he's physical to finish a catch.
Honestly, Robert, at this point, give me Ty Simpson at 24 just so I can go take a nap at my creek in the backyard.
You want to take the carpool to the bridge, or what do you want to do?
It's a terrible fucking pick, dude. That's just so bad. Again, we need so many more important positions, and they take a fucking swing tackle. It's just horrible.
What can you say to those out there who may deal with adversity, injuries in this game, some of the things that you handled about perseverance?
But you're the star of the show. What are you doing? Come here. Hi.
3 minutes and
Say hi to everybody.
on the clock for the Miami Dolphins with the 11th overall pick. The Giants' 10th overall pick has been in for quite some time.
And they're booing because it's the Browns. Oh, so they're showing Steeler fans, bunch of toothless fucking idiots.
Say hi to everybody.
Logo popped up on the stage.
Yeah.
The Browns were picking 6th overall coming into
Pretty
tonight.
puppy.
There's
Pretty puppy.
the new head coach with Andrew Berry, owner Jimmy Haslam as well. And they're celebrating the pick that's about to be announced. It was 6th overall, down to 9. They picked up a 3rd and a 5th to make this announcement. Do you think it's the first tackle?
I do, and I think this shows they made the right move by trading down, getting some extra picks, knowing they didn't have to take
Stop
that
biting their
tackle
butt.
at 6. It was going to be waiting for them, looking at the needs of the teams right behind them.
The last time a tackle went this late in the first round was 2019 when they were never taken in the first 20 picks.
I'm sorry, man. You gotta laugh.
Ends that drought right
I'm bummed. That's a shit pick. That's just garbage. Again, you don't win in the NFL without scoring points, and you're not scoring with another offensive lineman.
Here's the Browns' first selection, too.
Ugh. All right, guys. Hey, the pick is in. Go Browns.
The Cleveland Browns select Spencer Barno, tackle, Utah.
Boo.
Oh, he's wearing a skirt. That'll win over a bunch of fans. Oh, I saw Steve's comment.
Looks cute in that skirt.
There you go. All right, go Browns. Drafted a right tackle to play left tackle. Again, I don't get it. That worked out with Jed Wills.
Jared Allen, okay? I didn't get any updates.
Oh yeah, they just stopped the bleeding. Cavs are down by 2. A few minutes away from halftime. 49-47.
Get a halftime bet in.
Express is Miami is using thankfully all of its time here so we can catch up. We're about to get the Giants' second pick of the first.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna make it to the end of this first round. To be honest, my attitude has changed a little bit, and my dogs are killing each other.
That'll happen.
You guys okay? Wow. Wow. Well, okay, so we got a tackle. There we go.
Yep.
The New York Giants select
Francis Maui Noah. All right, well, I had the Giants taking an offensive lineman at this pick, but I had them taking Fano because I had Maui Noah off the board. So,
I got this one right too. I'm actually doing pretty good.
yeah, not too bad. A couple curveballs.
It's really difficult to fuck up a top 10 pick.
Agreed. I mean, that's, again,
Browns are pros.
they had the number 6 overall pick. They could have taken Jordan Tyson, consensus top wide receiver in this draft for a position we need. Now they're going to have to, I'm assuming they're just going to sit at 24 and they're going to wait and they're going to have to hope that a good wide receiver falls. And now you're looking at, I don't think he'll be there, but as of right now, Lemon is available. You have Omar Cooper. I don't like Casey Concepcion. Casey Concepcion has a case of the drops. I don't like David Boston personally. I don't think he's a very good wide receiver. The Browns need a number 1. They need a number 1 wide receiver. And they aren't going to get that now with the 24th overall pick. You're drafting a guy in a horrible draft class who would likely go, oh, they're ready for bed too. I see that.
Yeah, they're like, all right, we're done.
Yeah, they're like, we're settled. It's late. Oh, God damn it. I am so frustrated.
selection of pitches going to be announced. But let's give Mamano a little bit of run right now and what I think he brings to the table. Yeah, you talk about his size, just looking him up there with the commissioner. He is a big, massive man who is a ball.
See, again, just all right tackles. All these guys are right tackles, and the Browns didn't need one. They just traded for Titus Howard. So I just don't get it. You spent a top fucking 10 pick on a guy that doesn't play the position you're going to put him in, and you're going to ask him to do it at the biggest stage when you just failed miserably with that with Jedrick Wills. An Andrew Berry pick. Andrew Berry took him.
Mike, we did not expect.
I did, Mike, because
we had some faith.
I've come to the realization that what irritates me the most about the Browns and why I lose so much faith in them is because when I do my mock, I come up with ideas that make really good sense for the team and moves that I think will actually make the team better, and then they do the opposite, and that fucking frustrates me more than anything. Oh my God, I had a plan to fix this offense, and they just remember, that's the most fucked up thing about this is we do this for fun. They're getting paid millions of dollars, and they're awful at it. Crazy. Cavs just tied it up, less than 3 minutes to go.
Let's go. Mikael Bridges still 0 points on the board. In case you're keeping track, because I am.
Not bet on that game, so I'm happy. Yeah, Dallas traded. I'm sure they're taking Caleb Downs.
family, and even growing up there, you had to create your own football gear. There's a lot of kids that you're a role model for. They're watching tonight.
Damn, dude, that's so frustrating. That's just a bummer. Just a bummer.
Congratulations.
So there you go. Cowboys flip 2 points to Miami.
Yeah, I mean, Downs here is a no-brainer.
And they're genuinely excited about who they have told.
I like that pick for them, too.
Could be Caleb Downs.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great pick for Dallas.
I mean, I'm guessing here, but it would make sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. But I mean, 100% makes perfect sense. Their secondary is terrible. Caleb Downs would be great for them. Don't forget, depending on what.
Mike's in Vegas right now, I think, unless he's coming back tonight. Maybe he's back tonight. Mike, are you home?
Yeah, I saw Mike. I saw his comment. He came in 4th place, I think he said, for that poker tournament. I think it was poker. I don't know.
Yeah, it was that little poker gig.
Which that's cool. Yeah, I don't know if he's back or not yet. Oh, that sucks. I am so bummed by that pick.
What are you doing? Hi. Hi. Say hi to everybody. Good boy. You a good boy?
Very calm.
Right now he's calm.
Yeah. All that. Hey, I know this feeling. I have a 2-year-old. I had to do the same thing. She was a nightmare today. So we got to a point where we were like, all right, you're going outside. We're just going to play outside, run all your energy out. And then she started telling us she was tired, and we were like, perfect. And she went right to bed.
He's a very affectionate dog. He loves
Yeah.
the cuddles and attention.
Man, I am so frustrated with that Browns pick, dude. That, like, it just didn't make sense. It doesn't. I talked myself out of an offensive lineman for weeks because it just doesn't make sense. We have 5 starters on the team. They brought in 4 people to be new players on our offensive line, and we have DeJuan Jones returning. I know you can't trust him. I get that. But he's in the best shape of his life, and I don't think drafting a right tackle to make a left tackle is the smart move when you're a horrible franchise like the Cleveland Browns, but they do it anyway. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's what we get. I did a full 180 on Andrew Berry. I loved him. I loved the laser eyes memes and all the fun stuff we could do with him. And then we had our draft last year. Last year's draft, of course, on paper looked great. You got Mason Graham was very good for us. Carson Schlesinger, of course, the defensive player of the year. Quinshon Judkins was looking pretty good until he got hurt. Harold Fannin was fantastic. And then the rest of it was pretty much junk, let's be honest. Gabriel stunk. Sanders stunk. Dylan Sampson was nothing, really. He had a couple moments all season. But I don't expect a ton out of a 5th round, 4th round running back. I'm not expecting the world. But overall, just nothing nothing life-changing for the Cleveland Browns was taken last year. A bunch of okay positions. Again, non-premium position like defensive tackle, running back, linebacker. Those are not premium positions in the NFL. Offensive lineman is a premium position if you take an actual left tackle, which we didn't do because we're fucking stupid, but that's a premium position. So they're trying to force a guy who's not a left tackle to be our premium left tackle. And again, Andrew Berry has made horrible draft picks. He's made horrible trades, horrible signings. He got to keep his job. And his first move in the draft, without DePodesta and without I had Ruben Bain going to Miami at 11, so this is actually right on par with where I had Bain going ish in this ballpark. I know obviously this is not going to be him, but I had him going around this time. All right, we have officially reached halftime for the Cavaliers, so for those of you that do halftime bets, now is your time.
Yeah, they look pretty good too. Like a nice close game, especially when it's tied. Cowboys pick is in.
There he is.
One of the most talented players on Ohio State. And that's saying something because 3 other Buckeyes went before him in the first 10 picks of this draft. The Cowboys got themselves a big-time win.
Yeah, they got themselves a new defensive coordinator in the offseason. Christian Barker, who came over from their rival, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Young players they drafted, Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, and saw what that did
All
for
right,
their
let's get the
defense.
bets in
Those
here.
are the intelligence toughness. That's what those guys possess.
Man, I'm so bummed. Yeah, Browns coach Todd Monken said Spencer Fano will play left tackle in Cleveland. So he is Jed Wills 2.0.
Defensive coordinators Joe Klatt love getting their new quarterback, and they cap like Caleb Downs, who patrol the secondary, organize the secondary, and he can wear the green dot and do the entire defense. He'll be up there teaching everyone new that comes there after 2 days of mini camp when he gets to Dallas.
Damn. I don't know. I can't. I'm finally on Twitter now. I'm reading all these people's responses and everything. Yeah, he played left tackle as a freshman. Yeah, but he's not good. Otherwise he would have stayed there. And having experience as a freshman at Utah is nothing like the NFL. Just a horrible pick. It's a really bad pick. They're trying to force a dude to play out of position at the highest stage. He wasn't even great at right tackle in college. He was okay. It was just a horrible pick. It's Andrew Berry, though. What do you expect? I don't know. Just a bad pick. Again, not an urgent need. I know everybody out there was whining about the offensive line, and they addressed it. Traded for Titus Howard, brought in Jenkins, brought in Zion Johnson, DeJuan Jones. I know we can't rely on him. I've said this a million times tonight, so I'm sorry for repeating myself again, but he's healthy. He's in the best shape of his life. I'm not saying he's somebody you can depend on, but I feel like we could have gone with a weapon, a wide receiver, a tight end, somebody to score a touchdown, because our biggest issue is we don't score touchdowns. And we have a shitty quarterback room. We have a terrible wide receiver room. We have a terrible tight end room. Running back room isn't very good. And he drafts a right tackle.
Nailed it.
The Giants left him on the board for the Cowboys to take, which adds some intrigue to that rivalry. Welcome to Primetime, presented by Nationwide.
Caleb, you're celebrating this. You're taking it all in. And just moments ago, you were on the phone with Jerry Jones. What do you think about the Cowboys' plans?
I just saw something, and if it's true, I'm laughing tremendously. But I don't know how it could be true, but I'm going to wait and see if it plays out. I'm honestly shocked.
I'm just excited to do what I can do and be committed to the team.
We'll ask Jerry later what he said. Now, your brother Josh is a wide receiver for the Colts. Is that Gary, a running back in the NFL?
My buddy said he would have. Oh, no. I'm seeing that too.
Did you see it too?
Yep. No fucking way. I didn't even put him in my first round. This is oh my God.
You willed it in. You wished it into existence by your comment a little while ago.
And the Cowboys are slated to visit the Indianapolis Colts this year.
There's what?
We can see
You're telling me there's not that many people better at that position?
so
What? Oh my God.
Again, let's see if that's the case.
New administration about to announce their first pick. John Eric Sullivan, the new general manager, taken from the Packers organization. Jeff Patrick, their new head coach, also from the Packers. And this is the first of 2 picks for the Dolphins in the first round tonight. And they collected 2 more picks for Saturday, 2 picks to move down 1 spot and make this announcement here to the commissioner in Pittsburgh.
With the 12th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Caden Proctor.
All right, good pick, Caden Proctor. They need an offensive lineman, a little high for him, in my opinion. One funny thing about Caden Proctor, for those of you that follow everything on Twitter, people were bringing back to the surface comments that Nick Saban had about Caden Proctor, and he was very, very nice in the beginning and was like a very talented person, blah blah blah, player, blah blah blah, and then did admit and say, but if you let him kind of stray and you don't keep up with him, he can put on a lot of weight and make himself very heavy. So basically, he's going to eat himself out of football, is what everybody's afraid of, and that was why I didn't like him personally. I thought he was way too big, and at that size, you're not going to be a left tackle in the pros. You're not going to be a good left tackle in the pros. And he's slow. He's very overweight for his position. He's going to have to get lean in the pros. And asking a guy who has weight problems to stay lean in the pros is easier said than done. Look at DeJuan Jones. DeJuan Jones has been up and down with his weight for the last few years. So it must suck. Or it must be hard for these guys, or they just don't have the will to keep their weight down. So we'll see.
Please tell me. It has to be. I've seen it twice.
To protect Malik Willis is the new quarterback there. So in each hand, the running back will definitely be running behind this kid. And the Miami Dolphins going line first. And their new way of doing things there in Miami. Meanwhile, the Rams pick is about to be announced when we return from commercial break. The Ravens are on the clock, and there should be an interesting reaction to them being placed on the clock here in Pittsburgh, PA. So the Rams have made their choice. We'll hear what comes out of that draft room. And then the Ravens still come right here with the Bucks and the Jets for the second time on the other side.
100 years ago, no one would insure cars for military members. So they did it themselves. A group of 25 soldiers packed each other. A century later, they're still.
Oh, what a bummer.
I'm surprised the Hawks are playing as well as they are. I mean, good for them.
Our DNA. Those values our founders shared. Honor, the service.
I mean, might as well talk basketball for a second, because fuck football right now.
Why our members know we'll be there. USAA, taking care of our own.
Give me a hot pink cosmopolitan and some drama.
So let's go to a live action shot of the bed. We got one puppy passed out here, another one passed out over there. That's how excited the Browns are right now.
Yeah, I'm bummed. Well, I guess I could do that halftime bet. I got to find that guy's Twitter.
I haven't seen him post it yet.
Oh, he hasn't. He usually waits till it's like
Yeah.
very close to being end of halftime, so you don't have a lot of time to get it in.
There it is. He just posted it.
Yep, there it is. Halftime.
FanDuel's got live profit boost too.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Let's do it.
the most exciting places with Chase Sapphire Reserve.
Go ahead. Crank the volume. We got it. USPS has increased daily package processing capacity by 46%.
Yeah, 30% live profit boost. Let's do it.
USPS Ground Advantage. Your packages stay in our secure network. Dock to door, nationwide. For full visibility.
All right, Brunson, 2 more assists. Come on.
For peace of mind. USPS Ground Advantage.
All right, I made no bets on the Knicks Hawks game. I forgot to, so that one I can just watch as a fan, and hopefully they lose.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Horizon Small Business Days are coming, and we're here at Patty's Diner. Ever since Patty's Mango Cheesecake went viral, business has been
Come on, they're really dragging this Rams pick out.
so let's keep moving, and the orders are not slowing down. Here comes the Verizon business expert. She's bringing support, special offers, and everything this business needs. Nice assist. It's a
You know, Sadiq might fall to us at 24.
Small Business Days are coming.
They're not going to take him. What's a position the Browns really don't need? Where are we pretty good? We're pretty good in the defensive back area, I would say, corner. So the Browns are going to draft fucking Chris Johnson out of San Diego State, or they're going to take Colton Hood because they're going to now their main focus is replacing. They're going to trade Denzel Ward, so now their focus is replacing him. The fucked up thing is I truly do believe they're going to trade Myles Garrett this offseason. He's not even talking to Todd Monken. Todd Monken's coming out and throwing him under the bus and saying that they've only texted. Myles won't come to the camp, which it's voluntary. I get it, but there's no communication. He has no interest in being a Cleveland Brown, so he's gone. So the Browns just drafted a right tackle to play left tackle after having a fucking 6-win season or 5-win season, whatever we had, 5 wins. A 5-win season. We have no good players on our offense right now, hardly at all. And they're going to trade away our best player that we've ever seen in my life, in Myles Garrett. And that's your Cleveland Browns, ladies and gentlemen. That's the legacy that Andrew Berry is building here in Cleveland.
How you feeling tonight, Justin? Are you feeling good? You wanna just get it off and get
I was feeling really good until about 25 minutes ago.
No way. Oh, it's a commercial. My bad.
What's up?
I was watching a commercial.
Once that trade happened and they didn't have 29, I thought this might be off the table. But hearing Ian talk about it, if you look at it from 2 perspectives, from Ty Simpson's perspective, this is where absolutely he would love to go.
Just a bummer. Again, when I do a mock, I'm doing what I would think will help this team out because I'm like, well, what do they need? What actually makes sense? What are players that are good picks in the spots where we're drafting? And a right tackle project to force into left tackle on a team that can't score points because we have no fucking weapons. And now we have to settle for the 5th to 10th best wide receiver, and we're going to have to force him to be our number 1 because Jerry Jeudy is not a number 1. Jerry Jeudy stinks. Jerry Jeudy's fine. I know there's a bunch of people out there that are like, oh, trade him, cut him, blah, blah, blah. He's your number 2 wide receiver. It is what it is. Deal with it. He's not that bad for a number 2. He was asked to be a number 1 last year, and he's not. Now they're going to take a guy who's not a number 1 and say, hey, be a number 1. Just disappointing.
With the 13th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Ty Simpson.
Horrible pick. There it is. The pick is in. The Los Angeles Rams select Ty Simpson to sit behind Matthew Stafford for at least a year. Ty Simpson, if you guys remember, is so bad he got benched in the playoffs for Alabama. And he is now the 13th overall pick in the 2026 draft. So that's either I don't know. This is JJ McCarthy 2.0. Remember when the Vikings took McCarthy, and I was like, this guy sucks. I told everybody that would listen. I'm like, JJ McCarthy's a fucking bum. And they played him for a year, kind of. He couldn't stay healthy, and he sucks. They're basically already ready to move on from JJ McCarthy in Minnesota. So he was a horrible draft pick by them. Good luck, Rams. In their defense, this was the Falcons' pick, technically. So they're playing with house money. This was a free pick. They got this for trading last year.
Yeah, I think you're right. I could see Sadiq going here. I had Sadiq going here anyways, I think. Yeah, I had Sadiq going to the Ravens here anyways. If that happens. I hope not, though.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't understand it. I didn't like Ty Simpson coming out of college. I truly thought he was a day 2 pick at best, and now he's top 15. Fucking bananas.
He may sit for another 2 years before he gets out on the field, a la someone like George Love. Except George Love played more ball in college.
When you watch him, though, you can see the effects of having a coach.
But call him. I need 5 more points out of you. Get your head out of your ass.
His first 3-step drop was when he was there. Exactly. His feet and eyes are very connected. It's pretty to watch. You'll see him attack Monday with anticipation. Here this tour against Missouri, one of the best throws. You'll see college football this last year. And he is a good athlete. He can use his legs to get
Damn it, Robert. That song's stuck in my head now.
Here he is throwing on the move against Georgia and Louisville by the strike. So there's a lot to like about him. The question again was the starts and the lack of size. But he's not going to have to get on the field for a couple of years. He can get stronger, and he's going to be a master of this offense whenever he eventually gets on the field. Talk about relief. Talk about ecstatic. Ty Simpson.
Good news is I don't see anybody between us and our next pick that might take an offensive weapon. Well, never mind. No, I think we might have a chance. At not picking Sadiq.
Well, now it's time to start pounding these bush lights.
There you go. Pounding water with you. Jesus Christ. Latter-day Saints.
Now you're going to play an offense, and with the Rams, it's similar to the offense that you ran at Alabama. What are you most excited about in learning from Sean McVay and quarterback Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, I mean, 2 of the greatest minds in offense, especially with Coach McVay and the quarterback offensive standpoint, and then Matthew is one of the greatest of all time.
I'm fucking bummed. Just such a dumb pick. Yeah, my Jets fans buddies really want Makai Lemon. I like Makai Lemon. I think he, personally, if I'm being dead honest, I think, I said it a few weeks ago to people in my group chat, I think Lemon was my number 1 wide receiver in this whole group. I really like Tyson, but the injuries do scare me away, so that's why I moved him to 2. But I had Makai Lemon, as my number 1 wide receiver. He's shifty. He's got great footwork. Reminds me a lot of Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm sure you've seen that comparison out there. But I think he's a good player. I think he would have been my number 1 choice. So if they get him, that's a good pick that makes up for Bailey, because I think Bailey was a bad pick for them. All right, the Ravens, the pick is in.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
All right, the pick is in. The Baltimore Ravens are up. This is their first selection without Harbaugh as head coach.
They need offense. They need a lot of spots, actually.
Oh, I nailed that one. Okay, I was shocked. They took the guard.
Oh, Vega?
Yep, they took Vega Leone, Penn State guard. All right, I nailed that one. I had that one, and I jokingly said it was not going to hit because of everybody and their fucking brother had that one mocked.
Up next, Buccaneers.
He's now a Raider, so they replace him with a guard who can do a lot of things Linderbaum does, just a bigger, more powerful version. The Miami Brandon Sherman, he was coming out of college, just big and powerful. He's a tone setter. You want to watch guys get thrown to the ground, you're going to enjoy watching his tape. He does not stop, and once he gets his hands on you, it's not going to end well.
What do we got in the chat? Robert, trade Browns and move up for Sadiq.
I think
That's a really good guard. That's who you're asking who about right there.
He might be there when it comes around.
Yeah, he might be. I don't have faith in the Browns making a good decision. We're gonna end up taking a fucking defensive tackle or something. So I'm not holding my breath. I think they suck. I forgot to write it down. Who did the Dolphins take again? I'm drawing a blank.
Dolphins took Proctor.
Ah, that's right, Caden Proctor. My buddy texts me. He goes, "Hey, Browns can go get Sadiq at 24." I said, "Hey, the Browns can go fuck themselves at 24." How's that sound?
Mikael Bridges still 0 points. Those keeping track.
Not looking good. Not looking good. We got a tight one in Atlanta. 2-point game. I'm going back to the Cavs. Oh, they have multi-view on Prime. I didn't know that.
Introducing Home Care Plus subscription for $99 a year. Never say more at Lowe's.
Confidence isn't given. It's built. One choice.
I think 10 o'clock might be my bow out time.
Okay.
We'll see how it is here.
It starts with a click. Invisalign.
Nationwide can be a great insurance and financial services company. What's stopping you from being so much more than one thing? That question is what inspired me to create Motivate Now. Ready? Let's hear it. Motivate. Others. Blue. Insurance and financial services. Get emotional, say be an acronym that include Nationwide.
Kind of want to see that Michael Jackson movie.
Your insurance and financial needs. Nationwide is on your side.
I'm sorry.
That Michael Jackson movie looks pretty good.
They left out the best part, so I won't watch it.
Which part? The kid touching?
Him molesting everybody.
So there's 2 parts they're making. I heard they're making an early one. This can be part 1 of his younger years up to like the 80s, and then it's gonna be the 80s on to like later life. So you want to?
I heard was that they had the only way they could do this was getting full permission from the family, and by the full permission, that was by excluding any of that stuff.
Interesting.
That's what I heard. So that's
I think they're making
they were allowed the
2 parts
rights to do
because
it.
there's early Jackson, late Jackson. Maybe they leave it out altogether, but
Yeah, no, I think they're going to gloss over all of it, and they're going to pretty much portray him as some like victim because he was abused when he was a kid, and he worked so hard, and he was pushed so hard by everybody to be the biggest thing in the world, and then he started molesting kids, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, hey, here's a little bit of money."
With the 61st pick of the Super Bowl, the National Football League selects ESPN. You're on the clock.
Hey, congratulations on your first Super Bowl.
It's time for Best Available, presented by American Express. Ruben Bain and Makai Lemon. And Kenyon
Ugh.
are the top 3 available. Detroit 17 overall is
this too shall pass. This too shall pass.
Yeah, now it's just a matter of time. You know me. When the Browns fired Stefanski, I was pretty down on the Browns, and I was really down when they announced they were going to keep Andrew Berry. And I went on multiple tangents for our show where I ripped them new assholes, and I complained, and I whined, and I droned on about it. And then I was starting to kind of come around to Todd Monken. Todd Monken seems like he's a good dude. He seems like he's kind of a no-nonsense guy. And then he started fucking up, and then he started missing things because of his haircuts, and he started, he can win the press conference. I'll give him that. So basically, fans are just excited that he's a breath of fresh air and he sounds different than Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski gave you no answers. I like that about Stefanski. Stefanski's press conferences were boring. He wasn't telling you anything, which no coach does. It's just a matter of the way that they do it. Stefanski was a boring interview, which is fine. I didn't care. Todd Monken has a couple funny liners, and he swears a little bit, so it makes all the fans go, oh, wow, this guy's great, and he's winning them all over. And then, you got to be fucking kidding me who the Jets just took.
Oh, no. Did they take Sadiq?
Yep, that's what I'm hearing.
Oh, my God. Well, there's always next year.
Damn it. There goes my boy. All right, who do the Bucks take? I have not seen any spoilers for this. I avoided it, so let's see who they go.
With the 15th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Reuben Bain.
Reuben Bain, great pick. I didn't have him lasting this long. That's a really good pick. He gets to stay in at least in Florida. Yeah, I had them taking Kendrick Falk. I know they needed a defensive end, but I didn't think Bain would make it to 15. So great value for them. The only problem, though, with Bain, and I told a lot of people this in the offseason, his arms measured very short. And I know it doesn't sound like anything meaningful, but there is a true stat behind it that there have been no successful defensive ends in professional football with arms as short as Reuben Bain's. I forgot the exact limit. But
what a stat that is.
It's like 32 and a half inches is the cutoff, and he has shorter arms than that. And there's a stat that no players under 32 and a half inches have ever had like Pro Bowl years or anything like that. They've never been successful in the NFL. And yeah, Jets are taking my boy. Such a bummer. That's who I wanted the Browns to get. Ugh, just a horrible fucking draft for the Browns. Just terrible. Taking a right tackle to force at left tackle on a team that cannot score because they have no fucking weapons. Just disgusting. Disgustingly disrespectful to the Cleveland fan base.
Wow, the Knicks came back to take the lead. They're up 3 right now. That's crazy.
I just saw that. I turned that one onto my main screen with less than a minute to go.
I need 4 more points out of McCollum, and I won $100. See if that ever happens.
Yeah, maybe we get a little, maybe a little overtime.
That would be nice.
All right, we got a good one here in Atlanta. Dave loves the Browns pick. I could sense the sarcasm out of that one, Dave. They took a right tackle to make a left tackle in the pros. That works out well for him.
Overtime would be sweet right now.
The only problem is Jalen Brunson just chucked up a prayer and it missed everything, and it was a shot clock violation, and it is now Atlanta's ball with 15 seconds to go, and it is 108-107. So unless there's a foul and they miss a free throw, it is either going to be a win or lose for the Hawks here. They're going to take the game-winning shot attempt, and that's it. Cavs are down by 1 with 7 minutes to go in the third. I'm just going to watch the end of the Hawks game here before I switch back. All right, Jets, the pick is in. We all know who they're taking. They are taking Sadiq, my boy. May you have success in New York. You could have been mine. Kenyon Sadiq.
receiver might still be available. Is everybody not named Tate or Tyson?
Yeah, Lemon and Cooper are the two names that jump out to me as guys that can get on the field and have an immediate impact.
I still can't believe that Bridges scored 0 fucking points this entire game.
I mean, if they win and he scored 0, that's insane. I'm curious to see how this one ends. I mean, obviously, if Atlanta goes up 2-1, that's crazy.
How about a CJ McCollum 3 drains it, gets fouled? I'd be happy. What about
That could happen. They're going to play tight. They're not going to want to give up any shots here, so they're going to play really tight defense. Maybe they get a little too aggressive. And yeah, I know we have 24 coming up, Dave, but personally, there's no one that's going to move the needle much for the Browns there. This is a weak draft class. The guys you're getting at 24 in any other year would more than likely be like second or third round picks, and the Browns are going to be taking somebody to expect them to be a number 1 wide receiver. Here we go, Jets pick. Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end out of Oregon. Exactly.
McCollum hit the 3, but he didn't get fouled.
Oh, shit. Yes, he did. All right, a lot of time left, though. Damn, he took that early.
Damn it, FanDuel. Give me a quick cash out. I'll take it.
Or wait, no, he just took a 2.
Oh, he did? Oh, it's already
Yeah, just a 2.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Hawks go up 109-108 with 12 and a half seconds to go. Knicks just used their final timeout.
Knicks quickly score, and then McCollum score again.
You're better off with a foul and maybe a missed free throw, made free throw.
So Jets fans are happy. Then it's the message to the quarterback in Oregon saying, "Hey, you sure you're going to play for us? You know, maybe next year. We're just so excited." Rich became 27. Rich can touch. Rich became that supplemental throughout the day. Sometimes messages get sent is all I'm saying. Lions, Vikings, Panthers, Cowboys second pick of the first round. All still to come on the first half of the first round here.
All right, Josh Hart looks. He gives it out to Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson drives, steps back. He has nobody. He kicks it out. Nobody can get it. It's stolen by the Hawks. Game over. Hawks take game 3. Hawks go up 2-1.
Damn it.
Galaxy for $0 at Verizon, and you circle the search with Google to swipe a whole new book.
It's all right. The Cavs bets are looking pretty decent right now.
So hot.
All right, Cavs get switched back over.
Galaxy S26 Ultra for $0.
Oops.
She's got 12 months. Okay, eyes on your left. Young homeowners turning into their parents love rules. Let's go. Everybody knows you're not supposed to put your arm, make some trash, man. Yeah, it's a thing. Dedicated RV parking around the back. No, we're not living in it. It's okay. You don't need to take it. There's no way.
I had Monroe Freeling going here to the Lions, and they didn't even have to. Excuse me, they didn't have to move, so they have a shot at him. Would make sense for them. They need to fill.
I had Freeling going here too.
The rumor is because they lost. I'm drawing a blank on the veteran tackle that they let go, but their plan is to move. Why am I drawing a blank on all of their offensive linemen? Their stud right tackle, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but they're going to move him to left tackle. Out of Oregon, I can't remember his fucking name off the top of my head. But
You having a stroke there? You okay?
the Browns have made me blank. Like I forgot all sports knowledge because of this. But the Lions need an offensive lineman, so getting a guy to play right tackle makes sense here. I had them pegged to take Freeling. Blake Miller's still available. Yeah, Dave said Blake Miller. I don't know if that's who they're taking or if he's guessing, but no spoilers in the chat, Dave, please. If you see anything, we're trying to avoid spoilers, but I could easily see Blake Miller being the pick. They need a right tackle. was it Decker? Was the old left tackle that they're letting go? Whomever. And then
Knicks lose by 1. Mikal Bridges had 0.
yeah, that's nuts. Cavs tied it up. It is 4 minutes to go in the third. 71-71. Make that 73-71. Raptors. Scotty Barnes hits a deuce.
Do you think the kid that what's her face has is Mike Vrabel? Do you think?
I would not doubt it, truthfully.
DNA test time. Let's go.
So somebody made a post. She took a picture of, there was like a Sunday night football game or whatever. Or there was a game that she was covering in 2022, I think, or what, I forgot what year, but somebody did the math. And it was the Colts versus the Titans in Nashville. Mike Vrabel was the head coach of the Titans back then. And this was before or after those pictures were taken of them making out in a bar. So their affair had been going on. And somebody did the math on that game and said she was here in Nashville for this game. 9 months later, had a kid and named him Mike. So there's people that are speculating that Mike Vrabel is the father of her child named Mike. Taylor Decker, yes. So Taylor Decker, they lost. Dan Skipper didn't matter, but they do need to replace that left tackle position. So they're going to move Penei Sewell over to left tackle, and they are going to presumably put whoever they take here at right tackle if they take an offensive lineman. I mocked them with Monroe Freeling. Dave put Blake Miller in the comments. Again, I don't know if Dave was giving us a spoiler or if Dave was just guessing. So we'll find out here in a second as Roger Goodell is walking to the stage with another Make-A-Wish kid.
No, that's just Ben Roethlisberger. Oh, never mind. You're right.
That kid's classier than Ben. Oh, it actually is Make-A-Wish. Now I kind of feel bad for saying that. Yeah, World Wish. That's not the same as Make-A-Wish, right? I don't think.
It's the Temu version.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Well, I wish I had a fucking time machine, kid, so the Browns can go back and make a better pick, but sometimes life kicks you in the stones.
It's going to be okay. I promise.
It's never okay.
I hate how long it takes FanDuel to finalize bets. Like, just clear the losers off my bet page, please.
All right, they took Blake Miller, tackle out of Clemson. Again, I knew they were taking a tackle.
Dave, no spoilers.
This feels like a Dan Campbell player, and it's a definite position of need. The wrestling background again. This is central casting for what the Lions look for in players, and how about the comparison there? It's going to be the guy he's replacing. It's Taylor Decker.
I cannot wait to listen to AM radio tomorrow and how they're going to spin this as a good thing.
They're gonna rave about it. They're gonna be like, "This is smart. The Browns needed an offensive lineman. You saw how bad it was last year." They're gonna ignore the fact that this dude was a failed left tackle. The one guy in the comments, I forgot who said it. I apologize, but he was trying to hype it up. Casey, I think it was saying he's like, he was a left tackle in Utah, so he's got experience. Yes, his freshman year he played left tackle, and he was not good. So they said, "You're gonna go play right tackle." And now in the NFL, the highest stage, the Browns are go, "Nope, you're going back to left tackle." Like, what the fuck is wrong with them?
Cleveland.
Wide receiver Justin George. Hey, you know what, Robert? Not even I'm not using this as a sexual innuendo, but I was actually a pretty decent tight end back in the day. I got good hands. I'm 6'5". I'm a good tight
I
end.
don't know
size.
how to not take that as a sexual when you.
I know. That's why I had to warn that because if I said I'm a pretty good tight end, everyone's just going to be like, "Oh, I bet you are." Caleb Banks, defensive tackle. Minnesota needed a DT. That made sense. I had them taking a secondary player, but defensive tackle makes total sense as well.
Carolina up next. Who do we have coming up? Anybody? Any trade? Are the Browns going to?
I got a feeling I know who the Panthers are going to take here.
You got a feeling?
In the words of Black Eyed Peas, kind of. I got a feeling that's going to be good.
You sound like you have a lisp trying to say that.
Yeah.
Mitchell, come on. I need you 9. What? Come on. I need you. What do you got? 9 more points out of you. Come on.
What would concern me is that he's 330 pounds and he's been dealing with COVID. And sometimes those don't go away. But you talk about the athleticism, and that's where he's a double guy in basketball, so he can move. Yeah, the ball runs out of his thing.
Do the Cowboys trade here or do they stay?
Mets blew a 7-1 lead. Oh, that's great. I already texted my buddies that are all Knicks fans, and I said, LOL, fucking Knicks suck after that game ended. That was my first text to them. So now I get some Mets text in there. That's going to be great. And I think David Bailey's going to stink for them, so that's even better. They're having a horrible night. They hated their first pick. They liked the second pick a little bit. Oh, yeah, here we go. Eagles and Cowboys traded. Eagles get number 20.
I knew that. I figured the Cowboys would trade tonight. I didn't think it'd be there, though. So they traded with who? The Eagles? Yeah.
Eagles get 20 and a 7th round pick. Cowboys get 23, 114. And I think something else, but the text cut off.
Okay, well, what do the Eagles want?
I mean, they need quite a bit. They need some defensive backs. They need D linemen. They could use offensive linemen. Lane Johnson's not getting any younger. I don't know. They got a lot of areas they could address. Yeah, there it is. Eagles get number 20 and a 7th round pick. Cowboys get 23, 114, and 137. So pretty good haul for the Cowboys. Who's going to throw Sadiq the ball? Geno Smith, baby. Geno's taking them to the promised land. The Jets are going to have the number 1 overall pick next year. They're going to draft whatever quarterback they deem to be the best. And, oh, shit. Yeah, the Eagles are going to take – watch the Eagles take Mekhi Lemon here because they're going to trade A.J. Brown. So they're going to draft themselves a new wide receiver. Watch that.
Actually, that makes sense.
It makes sense.
I think AJ. Who do you think they're trading AJ Brown to the Patriots? Probably.
That's what I'm hearing, and I didn't see anything, so I don't want anybody to think I'm not giving out spoilers. But that's a good guess. Yeah, I mean they got Geno Smith next year. They're going to suck. The Jets are fully tanking. They've got 3 first-round picks next year. They are all in for a quarterback, so they know that. So getting Sadiq's a good pick. You give him a year to kind of learn the league and get better. And then next year with your rookie quarterback, you have what you hope is a seasoned tight end where in a league, for the most part, rookie quarterbacks or young quarterbacks, their security blanket is the tight end. So having a good one is a really smart move if you're a team trying to turn your franchise around, a la the Cleveland Browns, who don't fucking listen, and they draft a right tackle to play left tackle when they're in a rebuild. Go Browns.
Next level protection with NextGuard Plus.
All right, end of the third. Cavs are down 83-81. It is a 2-point game heading into the fourth, which is still good for the Cavs.
Need a big fourth quarter here.
I have not checked my halftime bets. Let's see how we're looking.
I have 3 going, and the one with him seems pretty consistent.
Actually, not that far off. James Harden, the assists are gonna hurt. Need Harden to get 3 assists. So I need 3 assists from Harden. I need 4 points from Mitchell, 3 rebounds from Mobley, 4 points from Mobley, 1 point from Ingram, 1 rebound from Barrett, 3 points from Barrett, and that's it. And then I'll hit. So we'll see. Browns are going to end up with Omar Cooper. I mean, I wanted Omar Cooper. He was on my mock. I had him mocked at 24, so I wouldn't be mad about that. Monroe Freeling, there it is.
I have a feeling. Mitchell's kind of gone silent tonight. Only 11 points.
Yeah, for a guy who averages 30 a game in the playoffs, he had one of the highest points per game averages for the playoffs, and struggling. But I mean, kind of expected. I think everybody out there. I mean, even what's it called? I'm sorry. With Vegas had it at only like a 2-point spread today for most of the day. So even they kind of expected this to be a tight game, and Toronto was going to give us our all, which, I mean, their back's against the ropes, so it makes sense.
With the 20th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Mekhi Lemon.
And there's Mekhi Lemon to the Eagles.
No, I mean, that was expected because Brown, you're right, Brown's going.
As soon as they traded up, I was like, okay, that makes sense.
That's a hell of a – they still got a good receiver core, though. Lemon, Smith, Brown. I mean, that's a decent receiver core. They don't throw it anyways, but, you know, a bunch of young, quick receivers out there.
Yeah, I mean, I assume A.J. Brown's getting traded, so this is 100% that. Interesting that the Cowboys would let them move up to take him, though. Especially a team like the Cowboys where they're heavily rumored that they're going to be trading George Pickens this weekend. So they're a team that needs a wide receiver, and they just gave up a good one to their division rival who won the Super Bowl a year ago.
Maybe they're not trading Pickens.
And that's very possible. I saw that was a pretty heavy rumor.
That's 3 new wide receivers that they've added. You mentioned Dante Wicks.
All right, Cavs, strong fourth. Let's finish strong.
Hollywood Brown. And now Mekhi Lemon, who you mentioned moments ago, I'm on Ross.
I'm going to stick on for the Browns pick and bounce, I think, since we're that close already.
No worries.
Unless they trade. I'm bouncing anyways.
You can tell he's emotional too. We've seen the receivers be a little emotional tonight.
That toughness element is a big part of what you get with Mekhi.
He's the Bolitnikoff Award winner. I guarantee you, he should have been the first receiver picked. He is a competitive dude, and he looks like he's ready to go play football right now. Ready to trade in this suit for some shoulder pads.
And I bet Sirianni can stir that up and use it. And that's the direction of all the opponents for the Philadelphia Eagles.
We were shoulder pads with our suits in the 80s.
I saw that rumor a lot this week, Robert, about Pickens getting traded. So if he gets dealt, I wouldn't be surprised. Just a rumor that I've been seeing.
The Steelers are on the clock. Someone on Twitter posted a picture. It says AJ Brown soon, and it's a picture of when whatchamacallit, Antonio Brown walked off the field in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, no shit. He's a head case, so if they put him on a bad team or if his situation isn't good, it could be catastrophic.
I don't know what team would want him. I mean, he is a head case, but he's a good downfield receiver, though. So
He's good. That's why I think if anybody's going to get him to kind of get his head on straight, it would be Mike Vrabel.
Pick is in. Steelers wasting no time. Who are they going for here? I had them taking Lemon, but that's not the case. What do you say?
Yeah, McCullough kind of comes off the type of person he's going to be in jail before his rookie contract is up. He seems like a psycho.
Translator?
Talent galore, but a little bit of a head case. He did some weird shit in the pre-draft process that turned a lot of teams off and made people think he was a little crazy. And then you see that and you're like, whoa.
Who's Pittsburgh rolling out to do the pick? Is it Cower? Oh, they're doing a little.
No, the cameraman looks like he just fell off the stage on the shot I'm watching on NFL Network.
Oh, I'm on ESPN. I'm surprised they didn't play. What about
Come on, I get that it's in Pittsburgh, but let's relax. Pittsburgh sucked for the last 20 years. They haven't been good in a long fucking time. Is that Carrot Top?
The Steelers win the Super Bowl every year. What are you talking about? In their mind.
They think.
Oh, here it comes. There it is.
God, I'm so glad I'm not there. I am so glad I didn't go this year. Not only was Pittsburgh just absolutely raping for prices, but you'd be surrounded by Steeler fans paying thousands of dollars just to stay there, and then they take fucking Spencer Fano. Oh my God, I would fucking jump in the river probably if I were there.
Steelers fans everywhere just came in their pants.
I didn't see it. My uncle just said, bad pick by the Steelers, LOL. So I don't know who they took, but he thinks it sucks.
Harden, pass the ball to someone who's going to shoot it as soon as they
John
get it.
McCoy, Robert's claiming.
Oh, he's got 4 assists now. McCoy.
The very injured Tennessee defensive back, Jermon McCoy. Reportedly, we'll see. He's making the pick now. I'm just reading what Robert put.
Knowing the Steelers, they're going to take a lineman or a linebacker.
Oh, that was Britt Baker, I think. On the NFL Network stream, they just showed her in the crowd.
The Jerome Bettis Leadership Award recognizes high school football players who
All right, Cavs are falling behind. They're down by 6. Some guy named Battle, who I've honestly never even heard of, just trained to 3. So they're at the bottom of their bench trying to figure out something to work. Jamison Battle, 8 points. Never even heard of him.
Ooh, thank God I had him for 8 points. No, I'm just kidding. It's all right. Still got a lot of time left.
Oh, the guard or tackle, whatever. Yeah, Maxi Hanachor. Okay, so I had an offensive lineman there. I had him taking Caden Proctor. So
they usually pick linebacker.
That one makes sense. Robert had me fooled there. I thought they were actually taking McCoy.
Robert.
Damn it, Robert.
We got Chargers up. They'll probably stay safe.
I could see Caden McDaniel here, defensive tackle. They need one.
Oh, mama, I can do.
Yeah, very new to football. He's a huge project. So as a Browns fan, that's a shitty pick for the Steelers. They have no quarterback, so they take a guy who's a huge project, and they're going to bring back Aaron Rodgers probably for another year.
When you really don't need linemen when you have Aaron Rodgers because he doesn't keep the ball in his hands.
But even then, I just more so think like long term of like, all right, Aaron Rodgers isn't going to play forever, so you're going to need a quarterback eventually. So you're going to need a rebuild, and you took a guy for Aaron Rodgers' probably final season in the NFL who might not be ready to play. So just an interesting pick by them. I hate it. I think it sucks, and I'm very happy that the Steelers did that. That's a shitty pick.
Chargers pick is in.
All right, Chargers pick is in. One funny thing for me that I just thought about is that Caleb Lomo is still available, and for those keeping score at home, he is the actual left tackle at Utah. So the Browns drafted Utah's right tackle to make him a left tackle, while Utah's left tackle is more than likely going to be available at 24 if the Browns really wanted a left tackle. So just throwing that little nugget out there for anybody keeping score at home. Go Browns. Andrew Berry, the smartest guy in the room. Look at all the Steeler fans leaving after the pick. God damn. Front runners.
They got to drop their family off. Probably all carpool together.
They all live together. They're all fucking.
Does Cleveland trade from this pick?
I hope.
Let's see who the Chargers now take with the 22nd overall pick. Cowboys are just 2 minutes in to choosing the 23rd overall pick. Was caught up on this draft. Caught up to the pick that's on the clock. Almost 2 hours.
For the 22nd pick,
Defense, I would assume here.
26 NFL draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Akeem Mesidor, linebacker, Miami.
Akeem Mesidor. All right, makes sense. They needed D-tackle help, but they also need defensive end help, so all of that made sense. Yeah, good move for them. A little bit of a reach. I mean, I guess I had him going around there. I had him going 20, I think, to the Cowboys, so that makes sense.
It's not a bad pick.
No, not at all. All right, Browns have a lot of options here. Obviously, Dallas is going to make
Are
their
there
pick.
any water boys available out there?
No, I mean, honestly, I was joking, but like Caleb Lomo is available, as I mentioned before. He was the actual left tackle at Utah. So we drafted their right tackle to play left tackle. Fuck it, let's just draft Lomo right now, too, and we can have all of them. When you're a bad team on offense that can't score points, you can't have too many offensive linemen, especially ones that are playing out of position. So just go with Lomo here, Barry.
Am I froze on your screen? Because you're froze on mine.
No.
Nope, you're good now. Now you're good.
Oh, you know why? I clicked out of the tab. That's probably why. I was looking on ESPN.com, which I'm going to do again. So if I'm frozen, that's why. I didn't know it would freeze me. I was trying to just look some stuff up. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I didn't know it would freeze me. All right, Cavs are down by 6. 6 minutes to go. Not good.
That's right.
Scotty Barnes, bottom. Make that an 8-point deficit.
A dumpling you'll never forget. What nature truly feels like. A bit of local art. A soulmate for the week. Finding out you love a good punch and glamping. And that durian is everything they say it is. Everywhere you go with a Marriott Bonvoy shapes you, making you the greatest souvenir of all. Explore our entire world of hotel brands and experiences.
Lowe's knows tackling projects now.
The Browns are going to trade up one pick, give up a pick back, and then they're going to draft that left tackle.
Yeah. Oh, Cavs are down 11. That's probably going to do it for them. Yeah, Harden just turned it over. They drained a 3. Harden's turning it over 8 times. That's not good.
Yeah, still got time though. 5 minutes left to go.
Yeah, 11 points, so that's a lot. They're going to have to go on a Cavalanche, and they've been getting bullied tonight.
This is the farmer's dog turkey. This is also turkey. But only one is gently cooked to give your dog the nutrients they need without the overprocessed.
Minnesota slapping Denver around early.
Yeah, that's interesting. I was kind of shocked about that one.
In life and business. The goalposts often move. But at Accenture, we say game on.
Kick is in.
Just one Clorox wipe tackles up to 50 feet of spring cleaning. So you guys are just like so far, right?
Stop living on a prayer. Get State Farm.
Get Zyrtec 5 milligram, a flexible low dose of 24-hour allergy relief.
I will say they will slightly make me happy if they take Omar Cooper Jr. here at 24. I will be very happy about that. I do like him as a player. Again, he's yards after catch. He's a physical wide receiver that makes guys miss tackles, gets a lot of yards after the catch. He could play outside. He could be your number one. So I would like that pick. The Fano pick irritates me, though. But if they don't come away with Cooper, like if they take Boston, I'm not going to be happy. Personally, I don't like Boston as a prospect. Casey Concepcion, same thing. He has drops issues. I don't want him. We already have that. So I want Omar Cooper Jr., which is why they're probably going to take Emmanuel McNeil Warren from Toledo, who they did have in for visits. They do like. We do need safety help, so that's probably who they're going to take. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell has 13 points right now. That's embarrassing. Averages 31 this series.
Rough game.
I mean, if Mitchell right now had 20 points, the game's much closer. Excuse me. So 13's pretty bad. All right, here comes Goodell to give the Cowboys pick. I have not seen any spoilers, so this is all new to me. I am staying off my phone for the Browns pick. All right, here we go. All right. Malachi Lawrence, UCF. Yeah, I had him going in the first round. I think I had him going a little later, but it's a need. Definitely a need. Hey, Donovan Mitchell scores 2 points. Scotty Barnes, Scotty Barnes on the bench. I think he might be a little banged up. I like that. And they score anyway, so now it's a 12-point game.
Gotta have faith, Justin. Gotta have faith.
In the Cavs or the Browns?
Cavs.
Oh, Cavs. Yeah, Cavs, I have faith. Cavs can go on a Cavalanche like the best of them, so I'm not too concerned about that. That's something that, all right, Scotty Barnes is back out there, but Scotty Barnes has 33 points, so he is just putting his belt to ass right now for the Raptors. He is single-handedly whipping our ass.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to bounce after this pick.
Okay.
After they disappoint us.
Yep, the Browns are making their presumed final pick of the night right here at 24.
It has to be a wide receiver, right?
Oh, my God.
You already saw...
Yeah, my friends texted me. I accidentally opened it.
Receiver.
This is literally the worst case scenario for me. These are two players I didn't want.
Oh, is it the what's his name? Concepta person you didn't want?
Yeah, the rumor is it's KC Concepcion. Concepcion.
Now the Cavs are done. Down by 17. Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, that game's over. That game is over.
Cash back on that. Also, if I start a condo line hookup joint,
Or 5% cash back in different categories each quarter, up to $1,500 per purchase when you act.
Because a car that doesn't make you feel recognized is a car that stops short of amazing.
Oh, look at this guy.
Pick is in.
Like a zipper. That's why they call it a zipper.
There are certain rules that homeowners need everyone to follow.
Progressive Kansas City for beginning of parents, but we Kansas City only when you put home on a house.
Kind of zipper.
Please stop saying zipper. Spring, the unofficial new year for tool people. A time to start new jobs, tackle new projects, and stock up on new tools.
All right, here so yeah, spoiler alert for everybody. Sorry, KC Concepcion is apparently the pick for the Browns. So let's read up about him here. Dane Brugler's the beast. Hometown, Charlotte, North Carolina. Born September 24th, 2004. He was a third-year junior when he came out. He's a one-year starter at Texas A&M. He lined up both outside and inside. Prize target in the transfer portal after 2 seasons at NC State. He was the Aggies' leading wide receiver in 2025 and led the SEC in touchdowns with 9 and punt return yards with 456. He won the Paul Hornung Award as the most versatile player in college football, and he became the first player in school history to record a receiving touchdown, rushing touchdown, and punt return touchdown in the same game. He's an urgent gliding athlete. Concepcion isn't all the way there yet, but he's come a long way with his route running. So basically, he's still a huge project. He has lower body agility to elude the jam and is very intentional with his steps and body language, which allows him to gain vertical separation or detach at the top of routes. Sounds great. Here's the best part, you Browns fans. If you guys hated Jerry Jeudy because he has a drop problem, and I quote, he isn't the most natural hands catcher, 10.3% drop rate in 2025. Although he will benefit from a more receiver-friendly quarterback in the NFL. Do the Browns have that? No, they don't. So, great pick. Andrew Berry, you fucking struck again.
Wow.
Dane Brugler's takeaway on him. Concepcion must cut down on the drops and fine-tune areas of his game, but he is a versatile playmaker with an innate feel for getting open before the catch and creating after. He has the receiving talent to become a starting slot or Z while providing value as a punt returner. So the Browns just spent the 24th pick on a slot receiving punt returner. Go Browns. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
All right. With that said, I'm jumping then.
All right, man. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good night, man.
You too. Thanks for being here, and I'm sure we'll be texting.
Yeah,
Rob, I'd love to golf with you soon, man. Let's get out there. I haven't golfed in a while.
we need to. All right, I'll see ya. I'll wait for
Yep.
this. Hold on.
Okay.
Make it official. Ah. All right, and I'm out.
Yeah, I'll see ya.
From Texas A&M, he's going to Cleveland. Yeah, when I was digging around trying to figure out which one of these receivers they liked in this range, this was a name that kept coming up, was Concepcion, because of the dynamic ability that he possessed. There's some drop issues you see in the last 2 years. You got to get past that when you see how dynamic and
All right, so everybody out there, Casey Concepcion is a 5'11" wide receiver. So he's not even 6 feet tall, which, you know, most good wide receivers are over 6 feet tall. He's a slot receiver, punt returner, has 10% drop rate, which is on par for the Cleveland Browns. This is a bad draft. This is a really fucking bad draft. This just further solidifies Andrew Berry not being good at drafting wide receivers. This is bad.
Absolutely is, and when you're changing that field position as you go to a flat and starting offense in a much more advantageous position, especially nowadays where in the NFL, most games are one-score game. So you got to make sure you have those guys that do that. The other part of the character of this kid, addressing the stutter, taking your head on.
Oh, this is depressing. This sucks. That's a horrible draft for the Browns. That sucks. That's garbage. They're showing on NFL Network here. Shedeur Sanders, Quinshawn Judkins, Casey Concepcion, Harold Fannin, and Spencer Fano. That's garbage. And I'm a Browns fan. I'm just not fake. That's shit. The quarterbacks don't even show Shedeur Sanders. That's garbage. He's awful. And then Quinshawn Judkins is okay, average wide receiver. Concepcion is not a number one wide receiver. He has drops. Harold Fannin, not a number one tight end. He's a good tight end. He's not a number one tight end. And then you've got Spencer Fano, a right tackle, drafted to play left tackle. Just terrible.
Echelon is so much more than a great insurance company. They're also one of America's largest financial services companies. Like, he's so much more than safety and marketing.
Also, stay calm. Man,
So beautiful. Look at it.
stress. I'll never remember all this. Relax, bro. Nice cleansing surprise.
For your insurance and financial
That sucks. That's
is on your side. Lowe's knows tackling projects now means you can football Sunday. We need it.
oh, that's bad. That is just bad. Bad football coming this way for the Browns. Be lucky if they win 4 games next year. I mean, that's terrible. Again, they drafted a right tackle to play left tackle. They draft a slot receiver who's 5'11" and has a 10.3% drop rate in college to be their number one receiver. I mean, we don't have a number one receiver. Jerry Jeudy is not a number one. This dude was drafted. Casey Concepcion was drafted to be the number one, and he's not a number one wide receiver. So just terrible drafting by Andrew Berry. Yeah, this is rough. This is rough. This is not fun. Cavs are down by fucking 20. 22. They're getting killed. That game's over. Yeah, they already cleared the benches. That game's done. What a night. What a shitty night.
The highbrow entrepreneur in a lowbrow hoodie. A smart guy saying he's so smart he doesn't need to dress smart. It's a classic power move. But the real power move? Having predicted Martin to help.
Oh, what a night. Bears are picking next. I had the Bears taking Caden McDonald, defensive tackle out of Ohio State. I think he's still available, if I'm not mistaken. I might freeze up here. Bear with me.
Insurance coverage, well, you can't have paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate. Be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, Boogie. Switch to Allstate.
Yeah, it's looking like that knee injury for it's looking like that knee injury for Gerard McCoy is legit, and it is keeping teams away from him because I had him gone already.
With the 61st pick of the Super Bowl, the National Football League selects ESPN. You're on the clock.
Too many commercials. I hate the commercials.
American Express is the official payments partner of the NFL, now bringing card members closer to the action with world-class experiences and access. It's membership at its best. During our commercial break, the Houston Texans traded up 2 spots with the Bills. We're about to get the Bears 25th overall pick. The Bills were 26th, traded down to 28. Houston trades up from 20 to 26. And they flipped Buffalo, a 3rd rounder and a 5th rounder this year. The 3rd rounder that they flipped, 6th overall pick, is what Houston got last year from the Giants when they traded back in for Jackson Dart. They used that draft capital.
Oh, that sucks. That is a bummer. All right, actually, yeah, I'm with Kyle. I was looking forward to breaking down the Browns draft and talking about good picks and stuff like that, but their draft was not good. I also think we have a 3-hour time limit with how long we can stream, and we're nearing that, so I think I'm just going to end it now. Thank you for everybody that joined, chatted with us, watched us up here to pick number 25. We'll watch the Bears pick here, and then we're going to call it a night. I'm going to watch it here in silence in my den. So let's see. The Bears are picking. I had Caden McDonald. Let's see. Dylan Thieneman, safety out of Oregon. Okay. All right, everybody. That's it for the 2026 first-round draft. Enjoy the weekend. Don't love it. Don't love it. That's my final thoughts. You'll hear more about it when we do our show next. I'm sure I'll make some angry Facebook posts about it. But don't love it. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for joining us. This was fun as always. Just such a bummer. All right, everybody. Take care. Talk to you soon. Cleveland, this was for you.